Yes, I, a special one from the CEOs downtown with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat keep on gradually, my brother, to spoon. You got a spoon TV, you got a spoon radio, to spoon. To spoon. You wanna get a news update, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you got today?
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Yes, what you got today?
Spoon.
Besetu.
Spoon TV. Spoon.
Ba.
Spoon.
Skidibidi dabado.
Spoon TV. Spoon Entertainment.
Kuwa. Bese kuwa, kudileo. Kuwa, kudileo.
On the spoon to get
Yes, I
your
do.
information. On the spoon to be
Yes, I
part
do.
of our
Batileo.
Spoon, spoon television.
Yes, I do. Batileo.
Spoon radio station. Spoon television.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEOs downtown with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
On the spoon to get your information. On the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To kilibamba, 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 kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you batileo. Yes, what you batileo. Beseku, beseku. Bada 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 bada. Skibidi bidi da bado.
Okay, folks, welcome again to another great show. Thanks to all of you across the world for joining us. This is Spoon. This is the Spoon Network. This is Spoon FM, Spoon TV, Spoon Radio. This is the Spoon Network. And of course, we're live on Spoon FM 107.5, Fabric Radio 101.1, and Super 95.5 FM, and a host of other radio stations across Liberia. Many thanks to our partner radio stations across the country that are always relaying the program. Thanks to Trust FM in Bomi County, Premier FM in Bunk, Trend Radio in Grand Crew, and a host of other radio stations across the country. This is 101 with the CEO, of course, the program that gets your week started, an informative, very engaging a show that comes your way every Sunday. This show is where you get to engage with the policymakers. We bring you face to face with the movers and shakers, the folks who have been entrusted either by the president or the Liberian people to do their job at different levels. You get to interact with them here every single day. And we also afford you the time to speak out on those different issues of concerns, as we always do on most of our shows here at about this time. So I'd like to welcome you. Thanks for joining us tonight again on the program One on One with the CEO. Is going to be a very great show, loaded with lots of information, great analysis coming up. And so thanks for joining us. Kindly share the program. We are live across the internet on Spoon TV on Facebook. We're live on Fabric TV on Facebook and Super TV as well. Thanks to our YouTube audience. Thanks to the many of you who have joined us via YouTube. Our YouTube handle is Spoon Talk Live. And thanks to everyone for joining us there. Yes, it's going to be a great show tonight. I'm Nelson Collet. And as always, we are going to take your calls. The CEO will be here shortly. Abdullah Kiatama as well will be coming on, as this edition of the show promises to be very, 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 very informative. Just before I go any further, let me do a special birthday greeting for our CEO, Madam Titi Kanen. Our boss celebrate her. This is an amazing birthday. We firstly thank all of you across our social media handle that have been bringing in, pouring out your birthday greetings to her since it was posted earlier today. But we want to say happy birthday to you, ma'am. We wish you all the best as you celebrate your natal day today. Madam Titi Kanen, our CEO here, our dynamic CEO, yeah, our old man there, we get to all, making to all on the radio. But we wish you all the best, many, many more years to come as you celebrate your natal day today with all your dreams coming through. Thanks for the many services you continue to render to the country and its people. And we want to wish you all the best as you celebrate your natal day today. It's it's very rare, it's very unusual that we do, the birthdays at the start of the show. Yes, but this is a very special birthday, and I want to wish our CEO a happy birthday as she celebrate her special day today. And I know once the team is here, a lot, more detail is going to be coming in around this. I know. I understand the birthday celebration is taking place somewhere, and a lot more going on somewhere, somehow. But I left the celebration and came on the radio. Thanks to everyone for joining us tonight. And again, I'd like to say happy birthday to our CEO, Madam Titi Kane. Thanks, for everything you do. And to you out there, folks, thanks for joining us. Again, please share the program as you come on. Share the show across your different social media handles, in your WhatsApp groups, in your Facebook group chat, in messenger groups, and across your social media handles. Let's have a great show tonight. What's your expectation with the many things happening across the country? um what's your expectation? What's on your mind? What is that issue that is of concern to you as we're about to begin the new week? And most times when we talk about the start of the week, you want to go back a little, in somebody say I try but I not make it. Yeah, Blamoto, I try but I not make it. you know Most of the time we talk about the start of the new week. One-on-one brings you face to face with the policymakers, and as a result, the breaking news will come from here. The agenda will get to be set for the rest of the week from right here, right on this platform. Most of the headlines, will come from right on this platform. The objective analysis, the different issues that the guests will talk about, the news that they will break most times. So yes, this platform has grown to be that place where Liberians will run to get news, to get information that will have them started for the week. And of course, Liberians are looking forward to a whole lot for the brand new week, especially with all of what's been happening at the level of the legislature, or you want to say all three branches of government, and the way we ended the week with court processes and all of that. What's your expectation for the show tonight? What do you look forward to? And you can also tell us what those issues of concerns are. What is it on your mind that you want to talk about, and all of that. We can get to your views here tonight as we get the show started. So welcome. Thanks for joining us. Let me activate the numbers and get the WhatsApp up as well. Yes. Get the WhatsApp up so we get the show started tonight. Thanks again for joining us on the show. Let me take the first caller here from our local line, 0555-101075, 0555-101075. But you can also call us on the WhatsApp that I'm going to put up now. And let's hear what your thoughts are. What's on your mind? What is it you want to talk about? What are your expectations tonight, this edition of the program, and the new week, as Liberians across the country gear up for a whole lineup of different activities for the brand new week. Let's take our first caller here. Hello, your name and where you call from?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, hello, you're live.
Okay, you kept on the line. And let me further say thanks to you for giving all the time tonight. There's your friend and brother Mohammed M. Kanan Chinyo from Balasa Community Dwara Data 16.
Yeah, go ahead, Mohammed. It's good to have you.
Nothing. Let me further say happy birthday to the CEO of Spoon, Madam Titi Kane. Okay? And sometimes you guys you are not sincere to us for giving all the time to express our event before you guys taking off to eat most of our time on you. But what is on my mind, like I said, I've been pushing you. Hopefully this week I'm gonna get even a Spoon and all of it might gonna be appearing on the news. Just trust me.
So just go to the point quickly, sir.
Director Anson Sony, okay, from the disaster management office. So, you guys need to impose the guys on the phone talk. The CEO we call it on the CEO to draw it on the platform. No, since as we came up with a pronouncement that we the time were in the recently, he came on and said we were going to receive 4 months, but then the 4 months, only 2 months we receive. What about 2 months? Where?
That's a great concern,
No,
and it's a great thing that it's a great thing that you're raising that concern here. The former CEO and the team, they're listening, and this is something they're taking into consideration. But we have to take more callers. Sorry, Mohammed, we don't have the rest of the show.
Because this was the same thing that made the bosses were fired.
So that's true. Let's hold you there, Mohammed. Mohammed, let's hold you there and take another person. Yes, so you can call later after the show, give more details, and we can take it out from there. But let's take this person. Hello, your name and where you call from?
Thank you, Nancy. Segu Favana is my name in Baje Fadi.
Yeah, go ahead from Baje Fadi.
Nancy, my observation on the show, whenever you guys talk about opening the land, when the CEO appear, even if you're opening it will be delayed. The CEO can get down to the when they call the I think our government need to know most about the country. At least they can get because when they start, they can be talking on a show like something that not even relevant to Liberia people. What kind of food they eat, they're looking at. So at least see the CEO on the platform 2 times. I was the last caller. You okay my phone as soon as I appear. Yeah, another year. I never go through again. You just cut me off, and that is an instruction for the CEO. So I bet the CEO
listen.
Hello.
We understand your point, right?
Yeah.
And we respect the fact that you take up your time to follow the show. That's something we appreciate a whole lot. Most times, yes. We have a lot going on. The time is just limited for all the calls we take, all the views we want to sample here.
So the 30 minutes or Sunday minute what they can say and be as another way looking this and that.
But that's part of the show.
I think that would be allotted to with the chorus.
Okay, thank you.
For the president to know the welfare of the country, so that if they know any leakages, thought they will lead, that will be important there.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, sir.
Work on that time. I think they get 30 minutes when they open it now.
Guys, thank you very, very much, sir. Thanks a lot. I don't know how to put this, but that's part of the show. The ice-breaking moment, starting on a soft note is part of the show. We appreciate your concern, and it's noted. Is gonna be looked into, but everything that happens on the show is very important.
Yeah, hello, nothing.
Yeah, hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Karika calling from Peace Island.
You say your name again?
Karika K calling from Peace Island.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, what on my mind is that the speaker, the former speaker, Funati, then he did that position. Let the country go ahead. We don't have to keep them man all of the time. Yeah, the law. What 40 people will go wrong. You all 40 or the 50 people. They say they wrong. You, the only person that know about the constitution of the country. Let the man go aside. Let the country wrong. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for your input. Wow. Hello. Your name and where you calling from? Yes, let's hear you.
I'm Jonathan from Ghana.
Yeah, Jonathan, let's hear you.
Boom FM. My station. Your station. The People's Station. SPOON FM. Talk. 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 Special People Original Organization Network family members. Talk and listen keenly to the voice of Mr. Kenton A. Waterspoon and his accurate, balanced, critical, and credible panelists on Spoon Talk. Spoon! Keep listening.
Thank you very much. We have to take your number. There's some but
I have Diamond knows.
Oh, too bad we lost you there, but we'll definitely take your number. That that your whole style. You can come with that something we like. We really like that whole. You come in with a unique contribution to the show, and I like the end of the whole promo when you laugh. Ha 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 ha. Let's take this person. Hello, your name and where you call from.
Good evening, Nelson.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Nelson, I call from 540. My name is Danuwali P.
Okay.
Nelson, you see, we need to have respect for our law. Laws make every country very powerful. If you overlook your law, you will be like the people. Let me tell you, let me say this to the legislature, not even the legislature, but to the lower house. Whatsoever that will come to the Supreme Court, go by. Even on the Kofa side, the Kofa stand by it. Whatsoever thing that will come from the Supreme Court, that will stand by it. If anybody that the legislature or whosoever that will defy the law from the Supreme Court, it means that they are trying to hold the Liberian people into the crisis. They don't have respect for the law. If nobody has respect for any other thing, but have respect for this, our law, don't make us shame.
Thank you.
Legislature here, you must abide by everything that the Supreme Court will say. Supreme Court say something. Whoever groups that will live it and do different things, it means that they are looking for the Liberian people. Then the Liberian people will step into this case.
We appreciate you. We appreciate your input,
for the Liberian people.
Thanks
Thank
a
you,
lot.
my brother.
Thanks a lot. Let's hold you there and take another person. 0555 Hello, you are live.
Hello.
Yes, you are live.
Hello, my name is Julius Church and I'm calling from Ebitable Room.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you see, like, see the whole week back at the chapter, we just see the whole of Facebook just uploaded 2 speaker, 1 DJ, 2 speaker, 1 DJ. I mean, this is just bringing mockery to our country. The law is the law. If the people can go by the law and going by politics, I don't know where are we going in the country.
Thank you.
They need to settle the problem and let the people work go ahead.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for your input tonight. I see the CEO has joined us. Okay, so he went in the background. So let's go back to see if we can take another person from this line. Hello. 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 You are live on the show.
How you doing?
Okay, I'm good.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm good. It's good to have you on the show. Can you lower the volume of your TV or whatever you're using to monitor? But I can hear you. Go ahead. You're live.
Nothing. I got a concern. My call got nothing to do with what you guys are saying today.
Mm-hmm.
My concern has to do with the airport.
Okay.
So, the airport, whenever we arrive at the airport, we don't have internet system that we can access our family outside. And number two, the place being so hot. So we don't know if the AC in there is working. So we need the people to do something about that, please.
Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you very much for your input. Yeah. No internet. When you enter, no internet and the AC, the place can be hot. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, what is that? What happened? Why no internet?
At the airport, she's saying that as per her own experience, when she go at the airport, once you enter, you can get access to internet. There's no internet to maybe if you wanted to communicate with your family back who are outside of the terminal, and then she's saying that inside the plane can be hot. So she want the government to do something about the airport.
Yeah, but that's what you're going to take more call. We got 3 more minutes. By 8:30 Liberia time, we'll be starting the show. Ketama is coming. Mama is coming. Clinton, Vanisaki, everybody coming to join the show. We're going to be having a great time today. Kev Hassan is coming. I think so. I think he got married yesterday. And he's coming on probably. But we're going to be having a great show because you know why? We have to give back. A lot of stuff is happening though. As we prepare for the week, that's it. We got to get people ready for this week.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's going to be a busy week, a very, very busy week. So again, we got 3 more minutes. Let's hear the people. I mean, what's on their mind? And then we'll start the show.
Okay, so then with that, we take a few more calls. 0555 is the number to call, or the WhatsApp on the screen. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you're calling from.
Well, I'm calling from Lower my County.
Okay,
Samuel, commonly known as SP.
go ahead, SP.
Yes, what's on my mind? I mean, they said learning by doing.
Mhm.
Our president, before taking seat, he said to us and said all the appointees must take a drug test. From the day of the drug test, whether they took it or not, if I'm not come back or to say, yeah, my cabinet, my appointees, they are all free of drugs. Now, the second, knowing very well that we are in this kind of practice of the horse not together, almost 1 month plus. I want to know if people are not working, because 7, if you go to work and you don't work for a certain time, you have been suspended or you work with up pay. Or sometimes dismissed. So, I mean, I don't know what government going to do about this. So, I just, this is my reason or something I'm calling to find out. People working for you, they're working and they're not doing their job. What you do? Thank you.
Hello, your name and where you joining us from?
Yeah, good evening, Yasin.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
My name is Ilano MK Jackson. I join you from district number 6 this evening.
Okay.
So, what's on my mind this evening is I want to remind all Liberians who are threatening the state or interfering in the national legislative function. Since that's from the CPC that on the radio threatening, they did not respect the Supreme Court yesterday. So there shouldn't be passed around removing cabinet. The Supreme Court, and they even go there, at least to the Supreme Court twice. But when they were removing cabinet general and they see Supreme Court and the running to invited them, they refused to go there. They respected the Supreme Court. But because the speaker said their only hope that will lead them into 2029 election, so they think that they can interfere into it. If they get on the street,
Your line has come back.
They are not a group of people that know.
Thank you.
If you go to school.
All right, so yeah, thank you, Nelson. Thank you very much, Nelson. How you doing? A lot of people contributed. It's going to be a great show today. It's 8:30 in Liberia. Is it 8:30, right, Nelson?
Yeah, it's 8:30. Yeah,
exactly 8:30. Wherever you find yourself, that's where you're going to be. No addition, no subtraction, no shaking. I just came from church, Nelson. It was a great church. Guess what? I preached today.
Okay.
Pastor Appreciation Day.
It was Pastor Appreciation Day today.
Yeah. It was Pastor Appreciation Day, so we have to appreciate all the pastors. Huh?
They appreciated you. You received some appreciation as well.
No, I'm not a pastor though. No, I'm not. I'm not a pastor, Nelson. Yeah, I just a believer. I just go to church. I'm not a pastor. Bobby Zinawai, how you doing? Yeah, I'm not a pastor. You know, to be a pastor is a hard thing, Nelson. It's not an easy thing. You gotta wake up 3, 4 in the morning to pray for the people. You gotta counsel. You gotta preach. You gotta witness. You gotta do outreach. You gotta do a lot of stuff to run the church. It's not an easy thing. Yeah.
But you can make it. You can make it.
No. Go and call me here.
So somebody say God revealed today that He called you, but you won't answer the call.
That's not a true God for that person. That person I say I don't think go and call me. If God call me, God will speak to me. God ain't gonna speak to anybody else but me. So
God pass a message to the person.
No. God don't operate like that. God will give me the message. Yeah, I'm not too far from God. I always talk to God. He'll give me the message. Why God gonna leave me and go to you, Nelson, to go talk to you? I bet you waiting like brother.
I want to say, God gave your message to God.
That's it. I closer to God. Yeah, the people can take the aircraft and go all the way in space. Like bro, we get no space station there. So I closer to God. Yeah. I can get in one of the space aircraft and go in heaven. I go to God.
So, so we in Liberia, we far from.
You're far. People in Liberia, they're really far from God. No. But ask the people. I read it. Listen, if you get small money, you can get in the space station, right? Go to the space station, get in one of the jet. You go all the way to the moon. You pass the moon, you go all the way. You get closer to God. When will you get tested to go look for a space station?
No, you go to RIA.
Where?
You go to RIA.
And the thing about Labrador, you even get your own plane. So it can make it. Labrador went far from God.
The Liberian people will come for you.
But that's it. Labrador, you get your own plane. What kind of plane you getting to go look for God? Who don't rare? I can go to Florida right now, the Kennedy Space Station. I can go to Texas. I can go anywhere. I can go there right now and just tell people, say, can you put me there? Let me go. It will take me all the way to the moon and to Mars, to Jupiter, and all the way. I can go look for God. But when you Nancy, you even get one dry small plane. Where you going to look for God?
Helicopter cell, we don't get it.
Helicopter cell, B1. That airman say, then government leave sweet America that get electricity every day to go to library in darkness and go get my message there. God now get my message there, man. So don't do this thing. Yeah. I mean, I get cell phone. I get no Lone Star I can go off. I get Verizon. If God come, God will call Verizon phone. No interruption. Internet super. You even get internet, then I go.
I hope that Omar listening. So Omar, your message not make it.
Yeah, man. Man, internet giving you hard time. You get no internet. You get even no correct copy. They test it and you get. Then it go. So wait now. So listen. I know the guys that come with discuss something serious. Yeah. Why would God leave me here? And go way to Liberia to hear my message? Then that person got to pay for the internet and pay for their cell phone to give me the message. That's it, but most people say, see you, stop it, man.
Somebody said they will use the AFL on a
No, I'm not saying you far from God. I'm lost. Yeah, man, you might have not begin. No, man. That thing ahead. So go.
So no, see, one more question. So if we far from God, then it means that I can start calling names of people now. So it means that even some government officials they far from God.
But even the people that are swimming in the pool far from God, they make us go wait in the swimming pool. So Nancy, me, by the grace of God, yeah, I tell you this. Even go to the park, they get pool there, right? But let me frank, right? Before Ketema come on the show. Why government take my message and get to somebody way beyond Bokolonjere in Sano County, where there is no internet, there is no electricity? How would that person get a message to me? No, that's different.
The person already far away, then they're going to get a message.
The person got to go for transportation, they got to go get internet, cell phone. They got to come on, man. Come on, Nancy, don't do this. Nancy, I beg you. Don't do this, I beg you, Nancy. It's not too good. So, my thing is that, right? Nobody can tell me if God get message from me, God will give it to me while I'm sleeping. Even Ryan said, God can just show it to me. I got faith. God can show it to me. Why would God take my message and carry to Ketema? Now, Ketema got to go to Celcom to go put money on your phone. He got to buy your Celcom, buy your Lone Star. Then he got to find a way to call me. Then maybe I will not answer the phone. Then he got to send email. What all this? God will not get Ketema Hatam. God get my message, he will just give it to me directly. And listen, the line between God and myself that direct. Nobody must say, God, Ketema, go ahead, man.
It means that your co-host, even your co-host far from God too, because he in Liberia.
It if I want to go to God now, I go to the Kennedy Space Station right in Florida. I get in one of the jet, it carries me to the moon, from the moon to the sun, somewhere I go to go. But you get no text, no pen, nothing. How you go to go? Get them out, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me? Do a sound check. Can you hear me?
You're good, Ketama. You're super. You're loud and clear.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the listening audience. Thank you to my distinguished host, Mr. Waterspoon, to my man Nelson Colette. Man, they make a whole to be honest with you, Nelson, you upgrading every day. That's quite impressive. You speak well, you make a lot of sense, you follow events, the callers are watching, handle the callers, you do a good job. You do a good job. Do a good job.
Ketema, I preached today in church. So we started this here, and Nelson say, oh boy, why somebody got a message from me? Listen, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You see, people take God business to be very, very serious. My God that I serve, he left for me to joke, he left for me to laugh. If your God is serious God, sitting in the corner that nobody can joke, that's your own God. But my God left for me to be happy. Left for me to joke and laugh, okay? And I will say this to you. If God get a message from me, God will send it to me. Today was Pastor Appreciation Day. I preach. And, God gave me the message, and I delivered the message, and we give God the glory. Now
so
we get to start.
What's the message? What's the message? That swimming is good for your spiritual health. What's the message? That swimming is good for your spiritual health. It revives your soul. It refreshes.
Give me that swimming video. We got to talk about that swimming thing. Let's put out
the video. What the pastor said?
I didn't discuss the swimming video. I didn't. And I think I have not followed this swimming video, so maybe we'll play it and see what. But actually, Ketama, what's wrong with the video though? That's again you find it. What's the problem? It's somebody I can jump in my pool right now and start swimming, but it's cold. I would not do that. Maybe I can put a heat up and jump in the pool. But Ketama, what's happened, Ketama? If somebody swims, so what?
Well, I like to hear the whole panel come on, then we get deep.
Oh, go on with. Okay, all right, we're gonna wait.
That way, everybody.
Listen, I see because
I kind of like a balanced perspective on that. I will not dominate. My opinion should not dominate discussions. I just want to make sure that everybody have a fair shake and a fair shot. But it is something worth discussing. Saying it's trending online, and we get a lot of training issue to pass by. We can't miss the G's on this show.
But I see picture from Akaris Gray. I see picture from Mo Adi coming on the Facebook. I begin to wonder, what's the issue about swimming? I've been having pool for a very long time. I don't even know how to swim. So I stayed to the children's side in the pool. The little 3 feet and 4 feet right there, where I can see my head and shoulder. I don't go to the 9 feet area. So what I did, Ketema, they got a rope and a net that you separate the 9 feet, the shallow area from the deeper end. So we just put that in the pool. If I find myself going to the deeper end, I can hang on it and call for help. So my son can swim, my 2 daughters can swim, but I don't know how to swim. So what's the problem about swimming? I thought swimming is an exercise. It's good for your health, Ketema. What's the problem?
Well, I think it's good for your health. It's good for everything. Nothing wrong with eating, but when you eat in an opulent way, if you swim, in a way that basically show, look, is the new, they got something called Novel Rich. There's a new wealthy and rich people in the town. Here we are announcing ourselves. Here's what we have achieved. Here's where we arrived. We're getting to a swimming pool. We're doing what others cannot do. We're swimming in luxury, while the people swimming in poverty and hunger. We swim in good times.
And I'll interrupt you. This
is so simple. There's something they call optics. It's the optics that matter. It is not an act that matter. It is not the eating that matter. Imagine me eating tembo in front of poor people. That matter. It's not the food. It's the act. How that food is no longer a basic necessity, but become a luxury. It's what that matter. And so there's a distinction between the food in the act associated with the food, what message is sent. Especially when I was a critic and I was saying this was wrong. It cannot be wrong then it's right now. So that is just the message. I find no fault with them. I do not think that this is so egregious that require, but Stanton, the public is a good note taker. The public takes note. The public remember. They are a memory bank. They keep things. They remind us. You said this last year. Why are you doing the same thing? You said this yesterday. So that is that reminder. So all of these things, forget about the criticism. It is a reminder. But it's also something else called Stanton. It is to tell them we are watching closely. We don't want you to contradict yourself. We do not want you to be what you criticize. We want you to be different.
I mean, you say one way, then you're not going far in the thing.
No,
yeah. You say one way, but you're going farther. Yeah. The thing is that I will say this. Let's start the show. Guys, share the show for us. We want you to comment because it's going to be interesting today. Mama is coming on. Clinton is coming on. We already got Vanessa Saki. Our brother Abdullah Ketema is here. We're going to be talking about swimming, the House of Representatives, the budget issue. Are we going to miss another compact this year? The MCC report out. We're going to talk about the trending current issue in the country. And listen, this thing about swimming, I mean, I don't know how you understand. I thought swimming is good for your health, but Ketema is saying the optic, people should look at the optic. And I want to say this is true. You remember J. Emmanuel Porter, when he poured a champagne on the car for his wife? We got a video. We're going to play that video. And we're going to play this swimming video. And we're going to ask you what you think, because it's only fair. The government of yesterday, we beat on them. And we're repeating the same old thing. Now, understand, Mo Ali is my brother and friend. But again, I would just say, why don't we should even discuss this? Listen, I think I'm saying that, people say, Stanton, you're not fair. People coming after me, Ketema, as if to say, I'm Mo Ali. Mo Ali is a water boy. Maybe he want to test the water. Who knows? Maybe the man want to test the water to see what chlorine in the water and thing. He's a water boy. But you coming after me because you think that I'm trying to call for more. I don't understand that, Ketema. I read it done.
So why they coming after you? But why they coming after you though?
Oh, Mo Adida, your friend, you don't want to talk about it. Go in the chat room. The Acid Doe, the Vendetta Patrick, the Uncle Sam, I can name them. Aaron Gray and all of them. And Mo Adida is in the chat room. Because all I'm saying is that, are you kidding me? Should we be talking about Mo Ali swimming, or we should be talking about the House of Representatives? Should we be talking about Mo Ali swimming, or we should be talking about the budget? I mean, and that's my point, Ketema. When we welcome Vanessa here, I thought we got some very serious issue to discuss, but now you're taking us away to talk about what? Mo Ali in the pool? But we got on here, folks. Welcome to the show, Vanessa. It's good to have you, man.
Yeah, thank you, sir. You remind me of when your opponents do not have big things to criticize you on, they look for little things. I think we should be thinking about all the important things that President Joseph Human Burger has done and continue to do for the country. Then thinking about Mo Ali swimming in a $5 pool, $5 on the ocean, St. Paul River, and other places are available for free. And you waste your time criticizing a guy for swimming for $5. That's just unfair to Mo Ali and the rest of the folks. I hope that brilliant stuff. Just because we criticize President we have for using millions of our dollars to go to Qatar to go watch soccer game, is that equivalent to condemning Mo Ali for swimming in a pool for $5 United States dollars? Just because I could send, that's unfair.
All right, let me get to your introduction, because my thing is that maybe that Ketema or the Mame or the Clinton will come and say their own though, not to cut you out. But I just want to say, you know what? I'm here with strength. I'm in Zico because I want to do something that you guys don't know about. The lady that accused Francis Yemane of rape, she's on a video crying in the same hotel room. I want us to play the video if you gave me a chance. But again, if not, I will keep my video there in the document for the more, because I know we're here on different topic. The topic is in our chat room. But Ketema, I don't know where you want to start today. I can guarantee you, if you bring the Mo Ali issue up, I will double down on it. I see no fault in this. I know what is happening, Ketema, my brother. If you're on the opposite side, you're on my side, let's tell the Liberian people about what is so important in our country. Mo Ali pay $5, $10 to swimming pool for 1 or 2 hours. I mean, is it about Mo Ali or is it about the swimming? Is it about Unity Party or is it about the swimming? Is it about Unity Party and the swimming, or is it about we paid there because Mo Ali condemned Emmanuel Potter for putting champagne on the car? He condemned Eugene Nangwe for eating lobster. They're telling the main reason. Why seditions and those lovers of seditions and reaction coming after Mo Ali? I want to know. Can tell me I do. I really want to know.
So here's what I'll tell you though. I'm not even taking a position. I'm reflecting what the public is thinking. There are three categories of people here. One category are obviously sedition, who want to remind these people that you are contradicting. You are a hypocrite. You say the same thing and did the same thing. And then there's the general public that are looking really into these things. In the midst of the news, the economy is hard to stand up. Things are hard. To flounder, something called flaunting wealth, to flaunt wealth in the face of the people. I think the optic is by the act. He has the right, but the optics, given what the public has said and the public impression, this is not the best picture. Now you raised something about with all the big issues in the country. That is true. Do not make yourself a distraction as a public official. When there are other issues that are burning and being prioritized, do not place yourself in the center to distract away from a central message. That is another act that is important to remember. If I'm a public official, I think there are a lot more issues that are important. How is my action interfering with the most important thing? Am I being a distraction to the central issues that people should be worried about the economy, about educational system, about the issue of the house, about the whole country being in basically in Zeletule around who's the speaker, how many speakers, we got 2 speakers, a third speaker may emerge, who knows, So, but I'm just saying, I don't think it's the act of eating speaker 1 and 2. We got 2 speakers now. Stand up. We got 2 speakers. We got 2 swimming pools. The swimming pool for the poor, swimming pool for the We got 2 speakers and 2 swimming pools. Swimming pool for the poor, swimming pool for the rich. The speaker for Black 32, the speaker for Black something. I'm just saying.
May the Lord watch between me and thee while we ask in Jesus' name. But let's start a beautiful show today. Whatever you find yourself, want to welcome our brother Mama to the show. Mama, it's good to have you. Vanisaki, it's good to have you. We'll be joined by Clinton. He's coming on. He was babysitting. His daughter was crying. Mama, daughter always crying, but trust me, he not put that leg at somewhere. So he free small. We're gonna bring in Clinton. One Clinton, try to get the leg baby to be quiet a little bit. We're gonna be having a wonderful show. Let's discuss this thing, Ketama. Let's discuss the pool. Go Ali. And let's put it in a corner and get it over with because we got important issues to discuss. So if you see a fit to discuss, for me, I know, listen. You can say what you want to say because you're master of Spain, you master of this thing, Ketama. So we understand where you're coming from and say, I have not taken a position yet, but for the people, you're right.
But the two speaker, one DJ.
No, that 2 speakers are the more added thing that we're talking about. So let's play the video, right? And then we'll hear you. Then we'll just take our 30 seconds or 1 minute on it. Then we got to move to the big issue we're talking about. Yes, the video. Oh, this is not a video. Let's say a happy birthday to Madam Titi first. The CEO, Madam Titi Cannon, today is her birthday. Madam Titi, happy birthday to you. We wish you well, and the nation know you very well. You're doing extremely well for the network. I spoke to you earlier this morning. The station love you. The team love you. And we say thank you for everything you do. Listen, we love you, Madam Titi. Happy birthday to you and your daughter. Today is her daughter's birthday too, and we wish both of you well. Thank you. Guys, while we make progress in this, let's play this wonderful video. All right, so let's do something.
Do one more time.
No. Facebook, we have Facebook. Well, Facebook, we have no copyright to this music. Please excuse us because this is just a show. But I'm gonna do it one more time. But let me ask a question though. Who are in this video? I don't know them all. If you know who are in this video, we saw 4 individuals. Please, we need to know the name. I'm seeing only more Adi. I don't know the other 3. So somebody need to help me.
You know everybody in that video. You know everybody in that video.
No, I read it done. Seriously.
You that in all the chat room. You know.
Yeah, but he know he all the chat room, but he know those people.
Yeah, don't mind.
You want use our here to take the permanent for 105.
Yeah, you want to use our mouth to chew pepper.
No, I really
we'll
don't know.
We'll reset and get to you tomorrow with the news.
Maybe I'll recognize some people. So let me play one more time, please. Again, first of all, we have no copyright to this music. All right, so guys, on a very serious note, right? I'm seeing only Mo Adi and Patrick Honda in the back. I don't know the female and I don't know the other person. Can somebody help me?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know the other person in the middle, but I know Colina who had the
that Colina crowd. Okay.
The video, and I know the pool already. That pool is a public pool, $10 to swim in it. I know.
No, I mean, after you even get the price of $5. I call $5 to swim.
But let's forget about the price now. Let's try to establish it. So we got Mo Ali in the pool. We got Patrick Honda in the pool, correct? You said the person that doing the video is my friend Colina Craft. I always talk to her. I talk to her on phone, but her picture thing I cannot recognize her photo.
He know your own friend. He asked you, he know your own friend.
So who the third guy in the video?
I know him.
No, I know that.
The person in the video. Okay. All right. So Ketema, do you know who he is?
It's that guy now what's his guy name was as chief of staff to Ami Moda, who was the secretary general of the Unity Party. What's the guy name?
If you know the person, don't guess.
Okay, I mean I guess. All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna leave the guy. Maybe we get his name. All right. Maybe we get his name. Okay, so this is what we're talking about now. Let's make progress. Mommy, let's come to you first. What about this video? You're in the chat room. You see how people are attacking me and other people. What about this video so disturbing, Mommy?
You know, we ended the last regime, and there was a time that President Weah, when he lied down in the water and put his legs up, that picture circulated. People criticize it and say why the president would be carrying himself like this. I mean, he's the president the highest seat in the land. This is not an event where you're trying to promote a specific initiative, but just on your pleasure. Your picture shouldn't be coming up like this. So folks on the other side now see Mo Ali in a $5 to swim pool or a $10 to swim pool. Say, okay, we'll get an opportunity now to also criticize. So now they're using it now to say, okay, you are blasting at the president for swimming in the water and putting your legs up and you two doing the same. And then Akara Gray posted and say, okay, let me hear in my pool. But the difference between Akara Gray's situation and the situation that Mo Ali then in is you were flaunting wealth. You were flaunting wealth of a pool you constructed in your compound outside of your district that you represent, when your district doesn't have, even public latrine. So that was a concern for the district residents, that you are flaunting wealth. You constructed a pool you lie into, reportedly outside your district. I don't know where the house is located, but the report was outside your district. In the Mo Ali case, it's in the masses pool where they pay $5 to swim. So that's the difference between what Akara Gray did and what Mo Ali is doing. But in terms of swimming in pool, I think it's just an opportunity where people say, okay, Joe, I was swimming in the pool, in the river, in the sea, put your legs up, so Mo Ali to swimming in a pool. In that comparison, they could make argument to people they appeal to But Akara's argument doesn't make sense because he was flaunting wealth of a pool he constructed at his facility that his resident, the district people claim is not in the district. Mo Ali is sweeping in the masses pool that cost $5 to swim in. I mean, that's the difference I just saw and wanted to highlight.
Okay, so Nelson, I sent you the George Weah video when he was in the ocean. We'll play that. Let me come to Vanessa. Vanessa, what's your takeaway? How important is this swimming pool?
You know, that's what my brother Mama said. You know, when people trying to pay back, they don't look at the level of which they should look at the person action to criticize. So they look for everything to criticize. You know, I've been responding to a lot of people asking, what is the biggest concern here? The pool or the price? And almost everybody hit out mommy was the price, $5. See, you know what $5 can do for people in Liberia that more Ali than using it to go and swim. You know how many family in the country can eat? They go to bed hungry. So I say, oh my God. And, you know, so are you saying other government, more Ali, and my own brother Patrick Honda can't afford $5 to go swim? Or are you saying that until everybody in that break can find food to eat, no government officials will spend $5 to go swim? And like, stand on again like nothing to criticize the government on because the bigger things we are achieving a lot. So you gotta find smaller things to criticize. Honestly, serious country where people focus on very important things, we should not be talking about somebody spending $5 to go. And I said today on my page, I was like, if this is actually something that concerns you and making you to be angry, the Atlantic Ocean is bigger than our pool. Go there and go swim. Simple river right around the town. A lot of creeks around villages and cities. I don't know where we get creeks river, and you just find a way and go swim. If they pool, the small pool is a big thing to you. Then I don't think it should be an issue. I think don't just focus on big things, but everybody looking for something to do. But Mo Ali is not president, former President George Weah. So to compare to them doing the same thing is kind of difficult to look at. But anyway,
thank you.
We just have to accept it. They find something to say, so we got to listen to what they say. But it's not anything important. So
let me bring in Nelson. Are you there? 1 minute. 1 minute. We'll come to you. I beg you, Nelson.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
I beg you, try to call those videos I'm sending you. It's important that we play them. I'm going to bring in Abdullah Ketema on this conversation because we got to move on to the other issue. But what you're going to say, you're affording us, share the show and let us know your own thought on this whole Mo Ali swimming issue. Abdullah?
So I'll combine both arguments, both Mame and Saki. Mame has reduced the argument to Akara Grave versus Mo Ali, which is a complete misrepresentation of the argument. No one debated Mo Ali and Akara's grave. They are insignificant in terms of the major question. The issue, unless somebody stole $10 in 2024 and he said that man stole $9, it's not an issue, it's the act itself. The issue is, let's forget about Akara grave did not say anything. Even if Akara grave said nothing. The fact that a public official is sending wrong upticks to the public, sending wrong upticks, it's not an issue of $5. It's the issue of the privilege. Let me tell you something. When you're a public official, we pay $5. The treatment they give you to that place, they don't get ordinary people. They give you special treatment. Two, the fact that you saw this George Weah, you saw this one in past public official as a party, not even as an individual. You should not repeat it. The point is not the swimming. The point is the act of flaunting wealth, flaunting privilege in the face of difficulties. That is the point. I think you guys are reducing it to Akara Grave versus Mo Ali. No one cares for that debate. Ordinary people that are posting on Facebook got nothing to do with that debate. They don't care. They didn't even quote Akara Grave or Mo Ali. What they said was the timing is wrong, the optic is bad. This is not the first time. The first time we saw similar situation. The reason why we're concerned about even Amin Moda is the luxury of the car. If Amin Moda had bought a pickup that was cheap, we'll not be talking. It's the luxury. The luxury sent the wrong message about a government that came to rescue us from the brink of economic collapse, from the brink of high pillaging of our resources. That is the argument. The argument is not about $5. That is not the argument. No, the poor guy can afford $200 lobster that Eugene and they were eating. But that was not the point. Do you know how many ordinary sellers can afford some of the food you guys were eating? That is not the point. The point is, as a public official, the message you send about engaging in flaunting wealth and privilege and power, that is the message. You know why it's trending on Facebook? It's trending because it draws public attention. If you place yourself in the news, instead of the news driving issues of the economy, the president visits to Sierra Leone, you drive the discussion to yourself. It is not the act. It is the circumstances around what happened. And let me say this to them. Just don't forget that anybody can say it's $5 is the privilege around just the $5 itself. When government official goes to that place, they differential treatment. They get them privilege. They provide an ambience and security in a way that they don't do it for you. They don't do it for other guys that bring $5. So the issue is not about $5 and what Akara agrees with. The issue is about what message you send to the public. That is the point.
Okay, Nelson is a video ready because I want us to play this, the comparison. I said, Mama, you want to respond to that before we play this video? What Ketamba said?
I mean, it's not to respond to. Ketamba made a very strong point about the optics of the video. I mean, he thought to look at it in that direction, that regardless of the cost of what you're paying, the optic is something he's paying attention to. I was responding to something completely different from optics. Prior to the show, we saw even Akara's made it an issue. Akara were not discussing the optics. Akara posted and were discussing his posts in his pool versus Mo Ali's post. And his argument was, when I posted my video of my pool, people criticized me. Today, the same people are posting themselves in pool. So I was trying to show the difference between you posting a pool you constructed in your compound outside, allegedly outside your district, versus somebody taking part in the masses pool that cost allegedly $10 to swim. That was a distinction I was creating, and it's as a result of Akara's post. I also saw posts of people posting George Weah picture. That's why I use the two examples. People posting George Weah picture alongside Mo Ali's picture and was saying George Weah did the same thing, yeah, you're doing the same thing. So I was saying there's a difference. Mo Ali is a junior officer in government, and President Weah is the president of the Republic of Liberia. So that was the distinction. But in terms of the optic, there's no disagreement with what Kiatama said. The public, poor people, opposition will always use those things to send out the optics. Even if the people are not paying attention to it, they will draw their attention to it. Even if the people are not considering it, they will do it to bring your attention. They say, hey, see your minister, he's sweeping in the pool. I agree with the optic, but I was trying to establish the differences between the two different instances that occur. But I agree with the optics.
Instead of what is your position? Because you had it beyond our own authority, you want to get a real position. You want your friend Mo Ali to call you to be disappointed. So we're not going for it today. You got to get your position today. We're not going to play that game with you today.
Senator said the public mad with him, but we weren't even there to know the mad with him.
I don't even know what happened there. Who saw it? Nobody saw it.
I have to talk on this. I want to play that video, and I'll play the Emmanuel Porter video, and then we'll speak to them.
At least the president is having some fun. It's important. First time in like I'm 2 years.
So the one I say. So yes, one thing, right? Mo Ali is no George Weah. Mo Ali is not George Weah. I don't know where you're going to look at me and put your hand to your mouth, Ketama. Moali is not your way out.
But who comparing? Are you creating
No,
a
no, no, no,
comparison?
no. But Ketama, let me talk. Let me talk.
You trying to start a discussion.
But Ketama, you had your time. I didn't interrupt you. I sat quietly, and you invited me and said you want to know my opinion.
You really want your time to Saki?
I cannot. There will be no way I relinquish my time on this thing. This topic is very important. It's not Mo Ali and Colonel Crab first time going out on the beach. We saw the beach picture before. We saw them eating and Mo Ali was dancing. He's on another video. Is he doing it during working time? I know you're going to come and say something. I'm reading your mind. Is he doing it during working time? Okay, so he spent $5. You say, oh, the people are suffering. We do understand. And you know how they're saying. I mean, I'm still with the people. They are suffering. I mean, every day you go out, people see you eating your jollof rice and the lobster and everything. It's a good politics. It's good for CDC to come back and beat on Mo Ali. But can we discuss an important issue that is happening? That a minister, the allegation of Minister Friends and Humanity of Internal Affairs rape a lady, and the lady is in the video crying? I will play that video. Can you compare that to Mo Ali swimming in a dirty water pool? Sorry to say the people put that dirty water. Let's be frank. I think Mo Ali should do better next time. If you're having fun, then you just stay off camera. I would advise him to do that. But we shouldn't bring in the deputy minister. The deputy minister should know better. All right, if that she want to have fun, but it will have a bad optic on the president. That I agree. The managing director should know better. The LTA commissioner Patrick Onach, he should know better, and they should just scale back. They are not young people. They are leaders now. They must scale back. It will have a bad optic on the government. I think that would be my advice to them. But to say it's bad and changing everything, the government, I disagree with Ketema and his seditious brothers and sisters out there. They just want to come in. Remember, let me tell my own now. You will have your time to. No, but you have your time to come. But yeah, Ketema will only show that what we can do. And, you know, Ketema and seditious brother that out there, they will come and say, you know what, that we paid them. Because they paid them.
They always label you everybody.
There's no ANC back. There's no ANC if you don't.
Everybody get them out.
So I don't know, Ketema. I don't know what you think, but that's my position, though. I think we got plenty of things to talk about. Don't worry about Mo Ali video and so many people.
I think you just caught a case. You end up coming to our side, but you did it smartly. You tried to get a nice spin, and I saw you moving. You said they should scale by the optics. That all we're talking the optics. The bottom line is the optics. Mame say the optics. When you you want to optics, you come back to optics. But we all think the image is not the best representation. So you agree with us. So we wouldn't have a problem. These people can do whatever they want to do, but the optics, the fact that we're talking about this, the fact that it's trending on social media, and now the president visit to Sierra Leone, where he made some major breakthroughs, where he rebuilt the relationship in Sierra Leone. That was a source of conflict for life.
The president went to a high school, Alma Mater, a kindergarten school. A kindergarten school that major breakthrough. Wait. That's the more I can explain the breakthrough. No, we're not there yet, though. Ketema, we're not there yet,
So the president did wonderful things in Sierra Leone. Very impressive. Rebuild the relationship. Sierra Leone has been a source of conflict for life.
But we're not there yet now. I'm feeling with no idea don't move there.
The fact that the other issue eclipse. The swimming pool, one, swimming pool two, speaker one, speaker two. Get house speaker one, speaker two, swimming pool one, swimming pool two. We focus on the new agenda of the country. Thank you very much.
All right, so thank you guys. We gotta go. If you just joined us, the married man, the man that just got married yesterday, joining the show, want to say welcome, Kev, and congratulations on a beautiful day yesterday. I heard it was great. Again, we're happy for you. I think this wife of yours will show you maturity and she will groom you. Congratulations, my brother. Welcome to Marriage Life.
Thank you, Senator.
I mean, but I mean, Kev have to schedule another. Kev, you have to schedule another way.
Congratulations.
Kev, I can't say congratulations, Kev. You have to have another wedding. Inviting me directly as your brother. I'm mad with you, but you got to schedule another wedding.
I cannot invite
Kev got a wedding.
You're doing hostile takeover, so why should I?
Kev, your system. Can you work on your volume? It's coming up like the Glenny mic. But Kev having another wedding. His brother getting married. So if you want to attend that one, you can attend that one.
They got Jesus. They got Jesus.
The man brother getting married. Why have the men leave the show? Man, nothing to this man.
They got Jesus.
So let's say Kev invite him. Kev wedding fitting already. The man brother getting married. That play for you to go.
You got problem.
It's good to have you. Nelson, is the video ready? Let's play this one. Then we have to go all of this thing real quick.
She's very strong. A woman of
Okay, because of the copyright, we're not going to do it. You know that video when Porter went and champagne his car, and you know his wife car that he bought for her birthday. You know, it went all over. We beat on Porter during the election. So it's a fair game. It's just the uptake. We should do better and learn better from the past. Am I wrong, Clinton? You want to say something real quick? We got to go.
No, you're not wrong. One of the things I my CDCP for my folks, I think we were really bad with optics. It's, in politics, it's not really about the reality. It's about perception. People just have to perceive that something is happening, right? So when you see my dear brother Mo Ali and Cornelius, the deputy minister for administration and the minister of state yesterday in the pool and the swimming, of course, they make enough money to be able to do that. But the optics is bad. You're in an economy that is struggling. You're in a country with over 60% of our people below the poverty line. How many Liberians can afford $5 US to go to the pool? Pool is a common thing in most societies will be, but in a society like Liberia, that's a luxury. So when you're in public service, there are things that you will do when you're in a private capacity. You have to cut down on those things when you're in public service, because the optics just look bad. So I didn't understand why they even posted some of those videos. Some of the things you do when you're in public service, and some of the things you gotta do, you just gotta do it in the back and just leave it there. There's no point in posting it, our people, I would tell you, our people were very bad when it came to optics. Look, it is very important, and I think more Ali and Cornelius and the rest of the crew who were in Nimba, they blood up big time, and the public is gonna beat them. Like you showed the Potter video, right? You showed the Potter video. Potter received a lot of beating. The administration received a lot of backlash because of that, because people didn't understand the optics. So, but Ali then she take that in good faith and try to correct. That's it.
Yeah. It's time to scale, but I agree with you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining Spoon today. Share the show. I'm here with Ketama, Abdullah Ketama, Abdullah Mame. Again, Vanessaki is joining us. Governor Clinton, Kev Hassan. Want to say what a wonderful day coming up.
See, we give me 5 seconds on this. I can let this slide.
We got to run. We're done with the pool. Shabeki, Vanessa.
Yeah, Vanny, I left Vanny a pass.
Thank you, Clinton. Yeah, thank you, Stella. Let me say this. Katama. I just know I want.
Vanny, wait. I beg you, my brother, man. It's not, Mama, you told your mentor, you can't come out and talk again. Then maybe we want to talk about, we got to go back. Let's try to restrain the time. We got plenty to talk about, begging you. When we come to you, you want to talk about it, you say 30 seconds and talk. But let me come to you on the House of Representatives. Ketama, bring us up to speed. Your expectation this week. The Speaker one, I don't know again, but I will call him Speaker one, who is Councillor Kofa. He went to the Supreme Court, Ketama. You've been 14 days. Speaker 2 is holding his ground. You heard what they said. They should be at the Supreme Court on the 26th on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. Ketama, bring the Liberian people up to speed. Your expectation, what are we gearing for this week?
Give me 5 minutes. I want to technical setup here. I got something at my end here. I got to chicken quick. Yeah?
Then you go ahead. Let me bring in Abula. Abula, talk to us, please.
My expectation is they will respond to the Supreme Court's writ that was issued. They will go there with their lawyers. The Supreme Court will listen to the arguments, and they will make a decision. whether that decision will be to discontinue what they're doing because where they're sitting is illegal or is allegedly illegal, is not something I can say because I know where the sitting is not illegal. Whether the activities that they do there is legal or illegal, we'll leave that to the Supreme Court to say. But like we can always say, people who master the rules in the legislature, they can use that same rule to justify why they were sitting there in 2016 and conducting session. The same rule has not changed. They justify that they were sitting there conducting session. Eugene Nangbe came there and testified as an agent of the executive before them while Alex Tyler was in the other chamber. They can use that same rule and interpret it today and say, no, sitting there for Mo Ali to go is illegal. So at this point, I wouldn't want to speak into the rules because the masters of the rule have the way to interpret it depending on the condition they find themselves in. When they are in the main chamber, when they are in the joint chamber, everything about the rule, they can justify it. When they're on the other side, they can say it is wrong. So not to speak to the rules. We wait for the Supreme Court's decision. And it is that decision that becomes binding because it is the Supreme Court's decision. Whether the Supreme Court decision will be accepted as it was received in the past, where the legislature will say, okay, we accept your decision, but because we are a separate branch of government, you cannot enforce your ruling on us. That is a whole different story. But yes, I expect them to appear before the Supreme Court, make their argument, and the Supreme Court will come up with a decision.
So thank you, Mohammed. Let me ask a question before we move on this issue. You said yes, the Supreme Court on Tuesday will proceed accordingly. Who do you think the Supreme Court may favor in this?
And not about favor. I mean, we know the Supreme Court to be the institution to uphold the law. So the Supreme Court will uphold the law, and depending on where you find yourself, if that decision favors you, then the decision favors you. Not like the Supreme Court favor you. It is the decision of the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Who gonna win? Put simple, who gonna win out of the Supreme Court, you think? Which group?
I'm not a lawyer. I do political analysis. I do economic analysis. So I leave that.
Well, you need to drop the. I'm not a lawyer. You need to be loyal to tell us.
We give our opinion on the show. It's not about being a legal mind.
But yes, Stanton. Even the lawyers, when they go into the judge, they are not certain about the decision the judge will make.
Exactly. So that's why you need to make an opinion.
So I come in now. So why you want me? No, he asked me what the Supreme Court, what I think the Supreme Court will say, and I'm saying I can't say that.
But everything you know, yeah, what you know.
Ooh, so that's why I come back now to my territory. Say I can say what I know. I do political and economic analysis. I'm coming to tell you what I know. What I know is, regardless of what happened at the Supreme Court, there will be one speaker in Liberia. That speaker, unfortunately, will no longer be Fonati Kofa. Whatever that's happening, there will be another speaker, and that speaker will not be Fonati Kofa. And the reason is the majority of his colleagues who support.
No, Mami, I don't think you get my question. Let me repeat my question to you, and we can move on. They are going to the Supreme Court on Tuesday, both groups. Who do you think will win?
I will analyze the Supreme Court decision when it's made.
Oh, so you can tell us everything you know, everything you have seen, who you think will win this thing, and who will come out of the Supreme Court on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday with a victory, whether it's a victory that will not be respected. But Mame, you follow history, you student of history, you've been giving an opinion on our issue, and you want to wait for the Supreme Court before you analyze. Can't you just predict?
I will analyze the Supreme Court decision when it comes up.
I mean, already told us on the show here that Snow won, so he knows he will win. Don't mind.
Okay. We Granny said ego. Mommy, Granny said she not put it. She said ego. Let me bring in Vanisaki. Vanisaki, why is it so hard for mommy to answer this question? He have never shied away from answering such a question. Your
No,
prediction.
my brother might get a better answer. He told you that at the end of the day, after everything, after the legal process, one thing is certain in casting stone is former speaker Kofa will not be speaker. He will not come back. That's a clear fact. The fact is that legal argument cannot settle political dispute. Period. We've been down the same path before. We saw in the early so maybe some people get too young to remember. You can go to the Supreme Court just in case you are lucky to win at the Supreme Court. The fact is that, look, sometimes this is the issue. It's not about trying. I love when people saying it's about the rule or law. It's just about setting to look. Sometimes when you fall out of grace with people who elected you to a political position, the best thing to do is just to leave it. Showing strength through legal process and still losing the political battle to not maintain our position. It just wastes of time and just show that you are insensitive to the will of the majority.
That's it to come at the Supreme Court. Who do you think will win?
The law will win at the Supreme Court. The law will win.
Somebody,
but again,
the law, hold on, Navani. The Lord is not walking out of there say, I'm the law and I won't know. Somebody, either the camp of Funati or the camp of Richie Kum. Which camp going to come off the terrorists?
Okay, let me just say this to you. A win at the Supreme Court for Funati Kofa, it's a lose.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm asking you, who's going to win at the Supreme Court?
I can't predict that because I'm not in the help of the judges on the bench.
Thank you. Kev Hassan, welcome to the show.
Yes, Tutu.
Why these two guys are refusing to answer the question, Kev?
It's obvious. They know that Francis will win. You see, let's say this to you. Let's say this. The lawyer is here. The Supreme Court is not there to make law. They're there to interpret the law. And the Supreme Court will never be on the side of hostile takeover. Will never. It's impossible. If they do that, we doom. The country finish. Let me tell you, guys, the last time Liberia did a hostile takeover when they put Richie Herring on the pole and execute him. What we saw the other day is the same thing. Same thing. The only difference is Funati or not BTC putting him on the pole. But it's the same old thing. We will not go down that road. I want to see the Supreme Court going in a different direction. Then I know Liberia finish. The Supreme Court will not do that. So
thank you. So who wins? Yeah.
Oh, of course the Supreme Court will rule on the side of Funati Kofa because Funati Kofa is on the side of the law.
Thank you. Let me keep Ketama for last. Governor, talk to us again. I'm kind of taken back. Seriously, they're aggressive. Vanisaki, the more aggressive Abdullah Mohammed that will come and speak directly to the issue. They're avoiding to answer the question as to who will walk out of that Supreme Court. Whether Valen Sherman will walk out of that thing, or whether Kabina Janin and Arthur Jackson will walk out of that as winner. What say you, Governor Clinton?
Well, I think I've heard, Vanin in Ambula said on this show many times what they said in so many words that, Funati will win because of the experience with Snow. So they're saying without saying, that they believe that, Funati, given the Snow decision, is going to win the legal fight. What they are strongly opinionating is that the political fight, he's going to lose the political fight because at the end of the day, the Supreme Court is not going to be able to compel members of the House of Representatives to, revert. But as a civilized society, our lawmakers are supposed to respect the decisions of the Supreme Court. And based on my understanding of what the rules of the House of Representatives says, based on my understanding of what the Constitution says, I believe that Speaker Kofi, the decision of the Supreme Court will go the way of Speaker Kofi. Now, whether this majority that we've seen time and time again have shown every intention to violate all the laws in the country are going to abide by the ruling of the Supreme Court is a whole different thing. I don't care about them. I cared about what the executive is going to do, because on our law, the executive is the one that is responsible for law enforcement. So a decision from the Supreme Court, that becomes law. The executive has to enforce that. So it's going to make the executive bad if the Supreme Court rules and said, Funadi is still the speaker. Any process that the majority black did is illegal. If the executive continues to work with the majority black, they are going to have to answer to the Liberian people. They are going to answer to the Americans and the Europeans and other partners that are watching, that have their seriously vested interest in our country. And these reports, international reports, will come out, and they're not going to look good for the GMB administration. But I strongly believe that the decision is going to go the way of Funati.
Thank you. Abdullah Ketama. You're muted.
I say I think both Mami and Saki were right not to tell you what the outcome of the Supreme Court would do. They were right. They cannot tell these are so that even among the Supreme Court, they're descending. There's no way you can do that. But for me personally, I think the case will go in favor of Funati Kofa. That's what I think. From all indication, from all.
But why you can think and Mama they can think?
They got a right to say they don't agree. That's not false. They're not forced to. That's a right.
Yeah.
So Kevin Jacob Mario, Jacob Mario, behave yourself. Yeah, Jacob Mario, behave yourself. Jacob Mario.
Please don't put us two guys, man.
I think the case will go in favor of Funati. But Stanton, your question misses a major point. The issues of political fight with legal implication is not a legal fight with political implication.
But it will come back. We're getting there.
Give me a chance.
But you want to go ahead. Drive my question one more at a time.
If you want to join a blogger for the to deprive me of my freedom and legal right, no problem.
That's a good one. You got a black up for the three. They're going against the law.
Look at it, man.
You want to deny the man due process?
That's not what Ketama is saying, Kev.
But stand on. The issue misses the point. Stand on. Yeah, woman in the house. You must say, I want you. You say, I'm going to Supreme Court. And Supreme Court create law for the woman to let you. Let me stand on. Supreme Court can make love. The point is, Kofa wins the battle. Kofa loses the political battle. What brought Kofa to power was not legal battle. It was electoral votes. Was not Supreme Court decision that brought Kofa to power. It was a political decision that brought Kofa to power. That political position that will take Kofa from power. It has legal implications, but I'm trying to tell you, let's assume Kofa wins the legal thing. Will they change the politics? Will they accept him as their leader? Will he survive? Does he have the flow? Does he have a quorum to run a state of affairs? The answer is no. Senator, the answer is no. Kofa win a trophy of the best lawmaker by Supreme Court. You gave it to him. He win the best case as the most voted by Supreme Court. You gave it to him. Will he enjoy the confidence? Will he gain the quorum to run the?
Let me.
I'm trying to tell you, Senator. I'm wrapping up because when the question is as such that it deprive and dislocate an important component of the overall fight, the bigger picture is the political power.
We know when you get it. We know when you get into that swag. We know that. We know when you get into that swag. It can't help us today, Ketema. I will say this to you. I don't think Funati want to win because he want to remain speaker. Let me say this to all Liberians. Those are all there, let them hear me, Ketema. I don't think Fonati fighting to win that he must be speaker. Fonati is fighting to win because of the rule of law. And you know that, Ketema. And Liberians know that, Ketema. When you think 64% of the Liberians... Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. 64% of Liberians over there on Fonati side. They are not on Council of Fonati Kofa side. They are on the side of the rule of law. Because our country is a country of law. So my very, very decent brother, well-learned brother, want to give another swag to the story. But I come here to tell you that Abdullah Kiatamba, the rule of law must prevail. And this is what happened. This is what happened. Fonati Kofa will win at the Supreme Court. He's not willing to go back to be speaker. But he will win and the right thing will be done. Is there still room for Fonati to resign after winning? Yes. Ketema, yes, my fear. 29 individuals. And please, everybody hear me, and I hope I can have Bambi back. 29 individuals, right? You sideline them. 29 from 73. What's the score? How much? 29 from 73. Somebody help me. Ego. Somebody please help me with a math. Whatever it may be.
I know math. Let me use my calculator. I mean,
is that 43 or 44? Something 44, I believe. 29 and 73, that's 44.
44.
No, the math not right. Math not right. Those are signed the resolution of 50. 50 signed the resolution.
Oh, man, the people rescind the secretary. You still
they didn't go through the legislative process to rescind.
What legislative process did he go to get a signature on?
I want to lay something for everybody. Then you can come with your argument, whatever it is. I tell someone who said 29 and from 73, a person said that 41. I will be 41. They don't bring that perfect math here. But let me go back to this. Kitama, I'm afraid if this is not done correctly, you in 6 months' time, you will have another overthrow.
I agree.
And I want us to talk about it.
I agree.
If this thing is not settled peacefully,
I agree.
Even you say you get Fonati 25 lawmaker. Yes. Even you say you get Fonati 25 lawmaker, and you're going to have, how you call him, what's the guy name? Musa Bility as the leader. You're going to be having another overthrow. No, I'm intentionally throwing Musa Bility name in. And I want Liberian to hear this. You're going to have another overthrow.
Why you throw Musa Bility in?
I will say, let me finish this something. You're going to have another overthrow. You're going to have another fight, and 25 men and women opposition to the Unity Party lawmaker and Speaker Richard Kuhn, they can stand and be a problem for that house every single session day. Is that what we want? Is that what we want, Liberians? Is that what Vanusaki want?
I disagree strongly, Katama. I disagree with facts.
Okay.
Yeah, I disagree. I disagree strongly with facts.
Everything Saki come to say that go and drama.
No, I will present facts, Katama. I will present facts. To disagree that in 6 months time we'll have the same practice is not true.
Let's listen to Saki. Let's listen to Saki.
Thank you, Katama. This argument been floating around that if former Speaker Kofa resign in 3 months, another group will former Speaker Ellis started removing former Speaker Slow removing 2007. Resign.
Let me correct you, and I hope you listen well. I beg you, my brother Fanny. I know you must speak. I said if it is not done correctly, for Fonati to go in peace, and we have that peace with every member, and you kick Fonati for the way you're kicking him out, and he leave with 25 or 29 men, in the next 6 months to 1 year, you'll come back to the same position.
Let me tell you why I disagree. Thank you. In 2007, when the majority compare Paul Snow to resign, Speaker Taro elected, he maintained the speakership for 10 years. The argument is flawed to say because it's happening now. If former Speaker Kofa resign, it will happen. It depends on the speaker. Look, when you occupy a political position as a speaker, the first more important thing is to understand that you were elected by your colleagues, building a strong majority black to protect your speakership is very important. What happened to Speaker Kofa clearly shows that Speaker Kofa lacks the credit, the character to maintain.
Where you get this running guy from? No,
What you saying? I'm using fire.
No, wait.
I'm making strong argument.
I'm making strong argument, Senator.
Listen. I don't
even another strong argument.
Don't do this. Keteba, I will call Prime FM. I will call OK FM that they must suspend you from appearing for 1 month. If you say that's a strong argument.
That's not a strong argument over there.
Clinton are using fire. Clinton, no, Katama. The argument they've been making over is that if Speaker Kofa resign in 6 months, another group will go on the other side and say we want the new speaker. That's not true.
Let's forget 6 months. In 10 years, in 15 years, did this thing happen for the third time? Yes, it's happening for the third time. Is there, if the Supreme Court doesn't rule and we have a definitive decision, is there a chance that it's going to repeat? Whether in 20 years, yes, it's going to repeat.
It depends on the current speaker at the time. The relationship with police. Relationship matter in legislative politics.
Give me that. Hold on 1 minute. Clinton, hold on 1 minute. What did he just say? It depends.
It depends on the relationship.
Wait, Vanny, wait. And my brother Ketema, I know you are bad dude though. Vanny said, it depends on the current speaker at the time. Right. Let's go back in history. At the time, Snow supported Alex Tata. At the time, Alex Tata brought in opposition. When they took over, everybody that took over from their prime, the committee who were having the chairmanship of those different over 20 committees and co-chair, they incorporated opposition to themselves. What we are selling here and what we are saying, Mr. Saki, if this speaker, Rachel Coon, will silence the 25 men in arms to Fonati Kofa with suspension and remove them from on position, the chairman and co-chairman on committees, my brother, you are looking for another Ulimo J and Ulimo K to come to town with the Roosevelt Johnson to force Chastino to flee the country. For you to have a successful speakership, you must include these guys. But if you say no, we are in trouble. Well, Ketema, let's take it away. Let Clinton and Kev come in, and that's my position. You have to have a government of inclusion when it comes to the speakership.
So here's what I'll add. I think there are two arguments here. One argument is when anything is done wrong, the likelihood for it being repeated is high. Of course, when laws are broken and not implemented, well, the likelihood is high. But the reason why we're at this point is because the relationship between the speaker and a good number of people fail. So if the next speaker does better, the relationship is strengthened. It also has to do with legal. I come in say no. Legally, I think, let me tell you what happened recently. These guys got number, but they did not use sense. That's why Kofa saw their opening and went to the Supreme Court. They rush with the number. When they start getting the number, they rush. And they left an opening. They made some blunder in that process. That last thing they did, creating another speaker, it was so much of an opening for Kofa team at the Supreme Court. The case, they began to stir public sentiment against them small. They had a number growing. They should have waited and baited Kofa and go to the house and remove him. But they rushed the process because they thought they got a number. So now you can get a number, but you not get sense on that number can come down. They not use sense on that number well. The strategy was wrong. Now, Kofa is likely to win. The Kofa is likely to win the Supreme Court, but the political reality will not change. The political reality will not change for Kofa. So Kofa will say yes, as true as a champion of the rule of law, he will take that trophy. As true, and I make sure a negative precedent is not created in the running and the governance of the House and the country. He will win that award. He will also say, I was the only speaker that challenged the process, that did not cower, that did not give in, that did not quit. I come and did not resign prematurely. He will win. but you will lose the political trophy. You will lose the political battle. And this battle is primarily political battle. You win all the legal merits.
Before we go to Clinton, I'm going to ask you, Ketema. I need you to answer this very quick before we bring Clinton in cap. It's very important to know. Kofa went on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday this week. He walked out of the Supreme Court with a win on his back. What does it change?
With a win on his back?
Yeah.
It emboldened the 43 into finding opportunity to bypass that ruling. That's all it does. They will find a way out of that ruling. They will accept the ruling and say, but it does not apply here. It will become a prolonged litigation.
And now you stick right to that point. Hey, Ketema, hold on right there. Right to that point. Let everybody write down. Prolonged litigation. We're going to bring in Clinton on this one. You know what I'm saying? We should hold on to that point, and that's exactly where we shouldn't go. That's why you need to negotiate. That's why everything everybody's saying, Fonati knows very well. He will not be speaker. Not when the guys have 44 or 45 or 47. But they still need to negotiate with Fonati for us to have a peaceful 5 years or 6 years without negotiation. And Yeri Vanisaki said, we care less. We don't care. The members go. That would be my problem, Clinton. What you say here?
You know, the thing is, I want to, and I have a problem with Vani and everybody when you're talking about politics. Government, societies is about politics. If everything was about politics and people who have political power don't have to follow the rule of law, societies who collapse. If you're saying that because the House of Representatives, the activity is political, so if the Supreme Court rule, you're not. They are very powerful people who don't have to follow. For instance, the president don't have to do what the Supreme Court do because he controls the processes, the sheriff, and all the people who are going to deliver the several process, and the police who are going to enforce the law. He can tell them not to do what the court asks them to do. But in civilized societies, when the court, three separate branches of government, one is charged with interpreting the law. When they interpret the law, the executive branch of government has to enforce the law. You have to respect the law. We wouldn't have the America as we know it today if Mark Pence was going to join in the car with the Secret Service and leave and not complete the processes because people were attacking the Capitol building. It is respect for the law. So these representatives, whether they like it or not, they should be talking about. So let's not talk about political process. Yes, it is a political process, but the political process is intertwined with a legal process. We are not saying that they don't have the right to remove a speaker. They have the absolute right to remove the speaker. We are saying whether they don't like the speaker for whatever reason they don't like the speaker, just follow S, Y, and Z as the Constitution prescribes, as their own rules prescribe. That's all we're saying. So, if the court rules, the administration, again, like I'm saying, they're going to be, playing with fire if they decide they're just going to work with these people, the majority, and not follow whatever the court is saying. That will be a dangerous precedent. You have 29 people who are on the side of COFA. Well, if they have a decision from the Supreme Court saying the removal of COFA is illegal, so why if they're saying you have to abide by the decision of the Supreme Court now? And they too position their faction in the Capitol building. So what you're leading the country to chaos. So let's stop thinking about politics. There's a political process, but the political process must conform to the rules, the legal processes that have been laid down. Nobody, my argument, and I think the argument most librarians have never been that these people must, and Vanille, talk about when you talk about working relationship with the speaker. We have representatives who are on record of saying that this is not any kind of policy based. This is not any kind of serious conviction about the Liberian people. People have been induced. What if people decide they would take bribes to remove you? What can you really do about that? What is about working relationship? This is not a working relationship issue. So it doesn't matter what a speaker does. If somebody wants a speaker removed, and they have money to do it, and they can induce lawmakers, you can have the speaker removed. Is this what
Thank
we
you. Let me bring in Kev Hassan here. I've not spoken. Kev, talk to us. We got a lot to talk about the Sierra Leone trip and all those stuff on our topics. I share the topics with you guys, so let's make some gain over here. Kev Hassan.
You see, Stanton, my good friend and brother Vani says something. Matter of fact, it's my bummy brother. He says something. It all depends. All depends on the speaker. Stanton, you build this platform and you hit on the lawmakers them hard because of the lot of poop they have in the budget. And Vani is a close friend and his brother with a majority. And the other day, the leader of the majority said, yes, Vani is a close friend. So we believe everything Vani is saying. All depends on what Vani trying to tell the Liberian people, that the reason they are taking out Fonati Kofa is because Fonati Kofa want to audit.
No.
Fonati want to audit. Fonati tried to take out the poke from the budget. He not accepting what they want to do. And he's saying all depends on the speaker. So Fonati Kofa crime is to not give them what they want.
Not true. You misquoted me, Kev.
What he's saying, Senator, he's saying all depends. He went against you. He said all depends on the speaker. Who will lead? So long.
Speaker, hold you. Let me respond to Kev. Let me respond to him. Yeah, Kev. Don't do what, Monsieur.
Let me finish. So long there's a poke in there. So long there is a brown envelope. So long all this thing there, then the speaker will not be removed. And that's what Barney is telling us. All depends on the speaker. Let's do this. Fonati want audit. The guys they say no. They want the 80 million yellow machine in there. Fonati say no. Let's go through the PPCC. Let's go through the law. Everything that is stood for, Fonati say no. So all depends on the speaker. So Fonati crime is to not put the goodies that they want there. All depends on the speaker, Stanton.
Thank you.
All depends on the speaker.
Thank you. Let me go ahead and bring in Mame. You were coming, Vani. I know you want to say something. That Mame came by, let him speak. We got to talk about the other topic we have today. Folks, again, thank you for joining one-on-one with the CEO. This is a roundtable we are doing. A lot of stuff is at stake this week. We ask you all to please, we must follow everything to the letter. Mame, you want to close up on the Supreme Court and Fonati Richie Combs story?
Yeah, I will close the way I started. The objective of those who attempted the first time to go into the main chamber and were prevented, their objective is to remove Fonati as speaker. Fonati fought, he negotiated with his colleagues. While he was away, he went back in Liberia, the hopes were high. All of us were hoping, like he said, and people close to him said, this is a family fight. Most of the men you see there, most of the people you see there are my colleagues. There are basic issues, they got concerns. We'll meet there, we'll discuss those concerns, we'll meet at the middle, and we'll move forward. We're optimistic that would have happened. He returned to the country, he negotiated. He put his best feet forward in the negotiation. It did not work. In fact, people started to leave him in the middle of the negotiation to move on the other side. Prominent among them is the deputy speaker who left. Prominent among them is the deputy chief clerk. Prominent among them is the sergeant at arms and the entire clerical staff of the legislature. They move in the middle of the investigation, in the middle of the negotiation, on the other side, calling for his removal. I believe there is nothing can happen now to make him speaker again. Unfortunately, he has to go. I mean, he will fight like he's doing. If the fight is intended to make the government unpopular and pressure the government, he will get some gains on that front. I mean, there will be bad news in the press. He will get it. I mean, he will achieve that. You can give it to him. But at the end of the day, he will not be speaker. And there will be a new speaker that we should hold accountable for the things they promised to do.
So before we do this, what should take it 2 days to go? 3, let's say. Do we have 2 speakers? Yes or no?
Currently, the Supreme Court says everything should stay. There's a stay order on it. So Kun's election as speaker, there's a stay order on it until the Supreme Court can hear the case.
Mohammed, don't bring misinformation to the public. The Supreme Court didn't say everything should stay. The Supreme said everything should go back as it was before.
Oh no, nah. So meaning you want us to go into the discussion of the status quo ante.
Yeah. So that's why the Supreme Court said go back. So it didn't say it should stay as it is. So don't misinform the public. Yeah, it means that it should go back to how it was before.
So here's my understanding of that status quo ante. You the lawyer, I'm not a lawyer, but here's my understanding. This group of people are sitting in a joint chamber and they made a decision. It is that decision that Funanti felt offended by and took to the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court is saying return to status quo, meaning return to the point where you have now removed Funanti.
So then who is the speaker?
Oh, that's what I said.
You said Kun. I'm saying
no, I did not say Kun.
Oh, okay.
No.
It says Funanti speaker. Okay, if you say Funanti speaker, I agree. Okay.
No, I mean, just admitted that Funanti remains the speaker, right? He stays the speaker.
Oh, yeah,
that's good.
You're right. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Funanti still speaker. Yeah.
But what Mama is saying here, Ketema, is different from what he says in the chat room, though. I'm just going to leave that chat room. But Saki.
Yeah. Let me say to my brother Kev, I think you were trying to explain what I said. Kev, all around the world, when you occupy a speakership, to maintain and keep it, one of the most important things is to build a political bloc. It's not to negatively collaborate with colleagues to do things wrong. When colleagues come together,
how you build the bloc?
I'm coming. Okay? When colleagues support you for the speakership, they believe you can work together positively for the forward movement of the country. If they see that you're going contrary to the expectation, they will remove you. So building a working relationship does not mean to, I don't even know where you're coming from when you're saying Speaker Kofa, former Speaker Kofa want to audit. The people say no, he want to do that. I don't know where you're coming from with this strange information because nobody knows about this. We just hearing from you that former Speaker Kofa want to audit and his friends are blocking him.
Okay,
you want to do this? I don't know what you're talking about, Kev.
Stento will bring you up to speed about the audits.
No, I don't know. Except you don't. So look, I'm just saying.
I don't normally interrupt, but please allow me to interrupt on this thing. You keep missing this whole thing. We're not saying in the position I've never been that if people can work with the speaker, they should remove him. They have the right to remove the speaker. If they don't want to work with the speaker, they can remove the speaker. We are saying that the law prescribes a process.
No, but that brother Clinton, it's not you. It's Kevin saying, I'm saying collaboration means they should join the speaker to be corrupt. The speaker should encourage that corruption. The speaker should fall for them when they ask to do wrong thing. That's not what I'm saying, Kev. Kev is trying to explain what I'm saying. And Kev is bringing straight information by saying Speaker Kofa one, former Speaker of Kofa one audit, but his friends say no. That's a strange information. I think my man can talk strange. It's strange to us.
So let's go. We do have the document. What you say, Ketema? Go ahead. Ketema, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We do have the document about the audit. We do have the.
Let me say this in passing. There's a status quo. There's a legal status quo ante, and there's a political status quo ante. Let me say, repeat it again to you.
Yes, go ahead.
Political status quo.
Bonnie needs some.
There was an audit place on the floor, and there's a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. We have to document about the audit. But I want us to move to this. This will interest you. But 1 year ago, America said Manage your expectation. And this is part of our conversation. 2 days ago, Amara said, take that too. And a Supreme Court decision. Meanwhile, government of Liberia is stuck. Hospital, clinics, schools, businesses, and families continue to struggle. A year ago, this was part of the meaning of the phrase, manage your expectation. A lost year, sir. Ketima, I want you to come up with this. You go first on this one. The last 4 words, a lost year, sad. Ketima.
Well, this is the most damning assessment by any public officials. Amar has done the most damning, most scathing critique because he basically saying everything you did have lie for 1 year. They year are lost. You're not doing nothing. You're just saying that they're doing nothing. Basically, Amar Kone is telling Liberia that Baka 1 year was a lost year. They did not do nothing. They're just passing around. They just did lie. They're just wasting our time. They're just wasting resources. It is sad. It is terrible. It is outrageous. You not even see one good thing the country did. You not even see one good thing. He said the whole thing are lost. The whole thing that F. So Amar Kone gave the government of Liberia JMB F 1 year. You not even say there was some good sign, but it was not what we expected. You not even call out Amar Kone is basically government the F, which I disagree with, to be honest. I think the government did a good way. I don't think the government did F, but that is Amar Kone assessment. I mean, from that angle, I think he has the right to say, I think there was some disappointing performances. I do agree, but that a whole year, a lost year, everything was failure, was wasteful, was waste of our time. I think that is the most scathing condemnation of the government by anybody. I don't think even CDC has said that everything was a waste of time the whole year. So Amar Kone Gray is so tough, so scathing, and so condemnatory, and basically said, you know, there's something they call, there's this concept of zero in politics and mathematics. Send them 1,000 times 0, that's 0. 1 billion times 0, that's 0. Any number times 0, that's 0. So when they say, oh, yeah, good ways multiply by 0. So I'm going to look at the poor whole administration multiply by 0. You know, so it's that concept of 0 I'm going to apply to them. They sacrifice your day. The war crime thing your day, and that's a war crime. They move your make on war crime. They advance anything on rule. The corruption, the scandals is what define you. So everything your day is 0. So that's Amar assessment. And I think we can get into the merits and merits. Just trying to do the first stage is breaking it down, unpacking his interpretation and his assessment. Yeah.
Let me read it again. Ketama, thank you. That's something we're going with this. You will do the part 2 after we hear everybody. Let me bring in Mambe. You know, he's from Bapuru, Bowman County, Bapuru, Cape Man, as you seen earlier. Amara Kone crying. Amara Kone crying on the day of the election when we won. 1 year after, he said a lost year. Mommy, what say you?
So where's that video? Where's the video of the crying?
We're about to play. I want Mommy to finish and we'll play. Mommy, what say you?
Senator Kone, I mean, he posts, I think it's a reflection of a lot of things wrapped up in one word. I mean, I saw he post that the health system in his county, the only referral hospital, people are complaining. Even the budgetary allotment they receive, the budgetary appropriation that they not receive. Schools are with all chairs in the county he represents as senator. Drugs are not in the hospitals. And he had to come to America to take up to 3 continuums of chairs and medical supplies and equipment when those things are supposed to be significantly addressed by the budget. So when you see a senator in that mood, balancing policy advocacy in the legislature and oversight with direct intervention of taking continuous back to his people, he can easily use words to describe a whole lot of things like in this case. But I don't believe the year was lost. I don't believe the year was lost. I believe the year was a combination of major achievements and major challenges. Maybe during the second round, we can speak about those major achievements and major challenges. We have fundamental questions about public transportation in the country. We're going 12 months. What's the decision on that? The Senate came out with a recommendation on the CTN and the Meta and Coffin and an extended investigation into how resources were used. It's not just, with that one guy, it's just tip of the iceberg. How resources were used from the past regime to the current regime. Nothing has happened in that direction since that sophisticated effort of the Senate was translated into a full and comprehensive report. So those are major challenges, but there are also major gains. So yes, the year was not a lost year. It was a year of major challenges and major gains. We have a budget, and we can go into that budget that is now recovering.
So before we get to the budget, because we set a budget for Monday, and I know you will do your thing. We just got to set this up. You put up the hospitals, the school, the clinics, and the roads, and everything from Buffalo County. But Amara's gonna so all of that. He ran for that election. Excuse me. He won. He beat Paul Kennedy and others. They entrusted into Amara hand and said, be our second senator and help Boto Kane to deliver this county. This county that one of the poorest county on earth. This country, the people really need all the help. You got Chinese people digging up gold and diamond and other resources, and the government is doing nothing. Amara will want you to champion this. Above from Bapalu, serve as finance minister, and in other capacity. He supported Joseph Yman Boakai. We got videos, we got tape, we got posts. He supported Joseph Yman Boakai for a change, an aggressive change, because time is very important in this fight. 1 year after, Amara said, we failed the Liberian people, or lost 1 year. All right. We're not talking about the budget. We're not talking about tomorrow. We are talking about a 1 year that the people of Bapodi will never get back in their life. So let's make some progress and let's be challenging to each other. Because when Amara speak, people listen. And I think this time around, the people of Bapodi, they are listening because they are feeling the pinch. Let me hear you, Vani Saki. We'll go to Clinton and we'll go to Kev Hassan.
But can I take Vani place because I have guests up?
I know. Go ahead. Take Vani place on this, Kev. You're right. Sorry, I forgot your text. Take Vani place.
Yeah. No. Second, when I agree, let Vani go. It makes you the show. When I take Vani place, when I do
yeah.
I am brother. I'll post it in the menu on the show.
Come on, Vani. We're talking it back every now and then. But let me say this. Watching and what his name, Senator Amara Kone post, right? It said it all. This is a lost year. Only a Stevie Wonder would believe that the government did something. But this is a lost year. Nothing. I can challenge or dare anybody on this platform to show me any progress, anything from this government. Nothing. The only thing we're seeing is chaos. Chaos in every ministry. Chaos at the mansion. Chaos everywhere. Nothing you see going on. HPX, blah, blah. Nothing. China, that lie. Nothing there. Road, nothing. So let's look at every area of this government. Nothing this government can show, no tangible to say this is our achievement. Look what it did to GMB. They allow people to call GMB phone. Spoon get a video and tell him that the roads are good.
Yeah, I can find that video. Kev, talk. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah. Imagine instead of you get a video, man. Stop. Get on with it, man. Get a video. They probably holding a phone like this. People telling him the roads are good. So what? Why Roland Giddens and others playing this puppet? All he know, or that they wanted him there in the first place so they can run rings around. The only achievement I can point out for GMB is a personal achievement. He went to Italy, personal salvation. He can go to heaven. You see the Pope, personal salvation. He went to Sierra Leone. He went back to his school. So only personal thing that he couldn't do. You know, I saw some people there. I said, oh, so GMB might be related to me. I didn't even know. Yeah, I saw some of my uncle there. Let me say this, Stanton. 1 year in this government is a loss for the Liberian people. You guys who brought GMB to power, I know you guys might be, kicking something somewhere, but the country gone backward. Nothing you can show for. No serious thing. Imagine everywhere. Supreme Court, people thinking what Supreme Court will say. Straight court thing. Every corner you pass, that 14. The only thing you can see right now is a personal achievement. The Mo Ali, the personal achievement, he's swimming. Personal achievement. He's swimming. Who he was in the swimming pool with? Patrick Hunter. I know, man. A bunch of guys are in the swimming pool. Hey, let me leave that one. You said I rest.
1 minute. Yeah, let's bring in Vanny Sagi. Thank you very much, Kev. Vanny, you want to speak? Then Clinton will take us home. We have to go back to Abdullah Ketama that we can do another spin on this.
Yeah, let me say this, and I would never try to beat down anybody who played a major role in helping President Joseph Yumabwaga. When I spoke to the president last week, I expressed some concern about certain individuals who are kind of walking back on us. And he said to me, son, I understand. There are people who come around with personal intention to gain certain political favor. There are people who want certain things done their way. And if that is not happening when you're sent to the presidency, some will walk back and some will stay on. But I respect everybody who helped me to get to where I am today. So you always respect them, son, and treat them with respect and know that they help us to get all we are. If you go back and read and look at the postmortems for Senator Amrakon, one of the brightest minds in our country, I like that man too much. He's smart, very well educated. But when he made that statement, manage expectation, they not predict that there going to be a loss in the first 1 year. That statement was based on the fact that he was aware of the country that President Joseph Yumabwaga was inheriting. And because you were inside, you were part of the inner saga, looking at the damages caused by the CDC government, and when he was fully aware that the public were not aware of the damages, he was telling them, manage your expectation, because what I'm seeing in here is deeper than what you see in the public. Yeah, much as you think Joseph Yumabwaga will perform economic miracle, manage your expectation, because our Senator Amakone, looking at the damages here, it will require patience and time. So I don't think the senator predicted at the time that they would have a loss 1 year. He knew that the challenges were huge. He knew that it would take a time to clean up and set up. But to say this 1 year was a loss, I just think it comes back to when I listened to the senator a few way back when on the show when he explained about some of his disappointment, how you were cut off, how people were between he and the president. I understand all these things. You build a house, you try to enter the house, and people trying to make it tough. I know some people get patient to say, I will still play around until the owner of the house can call me in. Or some people get angry. But I respect the senator, and what I will not do is to sit on the media and try to hit on the senator who helped us secure the victory. What I'm saying to Senator Amakone, this is what you give breath to. You can be a senator from Babylon today. If the government fails, it will reflect on you. Get back on board or make it work. That's all I can say, stand on.
Okay, so Clinton, let me bring you in because I think Abdullah is telling me something. Abdullah, I do agree with you. We'll come to you on this one. People have to hear you on it. I think I agree with you. Clinton, let me bring you in. Then we'll go to Abdullah because I'm already coming from a whole another position. And I didn't think Vanessa keep talking about you brought us on, help us with BBC. The man said 1 year was a lie. This guy, Abdullah Mohammed, brother from Bapalu, he is speaking about his people. $22 million road didn't reach in Bapalu. It started on the highway. We can see it. Clinics, no medication. America gonna control PSC right now. He calling people for investigation, but what hurting America mostly, and America know this, Clinton, the very people they are holding accountable and they are being guilty of corruption, that's the very people the government saying, you'll take your salary, you'll go home, your retirement pay. Alosho Stalu from Central Bank. You man the PSC. You hold the people, you brought them for investigation, you took them out. Then you gave them hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars.
LTA.
LTA, all of them, you paying them back, you begging them to go quietly. And America is pushing, he's pushing. But then when they push and suggest, the executive come back and say, no, we got to pay the people 500,000, 1 million here, 1 million there. America is frustrated. And that's it. My dear brother, Vanessa, you come on the show every day. But when it comes to us to disagree, we disagree. Because you know what? We were there before you met us there. And I'm not going to know what he's saying when he said a lost year. Now, what do they lost year thing? What actually went missing? And what have we achieved as a government for 1 year? Clinton, let's hear you on this American Post.
Look, it's one thing hearing somebody, talk about the failure of the government or characterizing the government entire year as a failure. Is another thing. It's a whole another level when you hear Amarak Cornet, the man who, in the opinion of many people, is almost singularly responsible for the victory of the Unity Party, says that this government's first year is a failure. That is a very, 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 very huge statement to make. But I'm not surprised. I said here on the show a few days ago that there is not that one project that the government can trumpet. And that's why when Senator Balu was on this show and you're asking about the government's progress, you said that he was struggling with making things along. You can't really say, you can't point to that one thing in these 11 months that the government has done as a pilot project that you can, flagship project that you can run with and say, yes. As soon as you talk about GNB government, you can point to that thing and start to trumpet. It's not there. It's not there. There is nothing. There's not that one thing you can run with. So I understand. I understand our frustration. I understand the frustration of many people who brought this government to power. It's frustrating that in the first year, every single month has been one scandal after another. It's embarrassing for the government. And hopefully, who knows? Maybe next year, Vanny, it's good that Vanny got the president on speed dial. Maybe next year they will recalibrate and do something. But this has been a disastrous year. If you hear that from Amara of all persons, this is huge. You can't be there. This is Amara Conan speaking. This man who brought the government to power is saying that the government's entire 1 year was flawed.
So let me play devil advocate here. I'm not the devil. We're bringing Mohammed and we'll go to Abdullah Ketema. A loss here when you get Abdullah, are you right? But Abdullah, let me ask you then. Or last year when you get your $45,000 car, or last year when you get your over $15,000 in all benefit, or last year we'll go down the line and name everything these guys then get. Who is the last year referring to? The senator, the lawmaker, the ministers that are around 96,000? Who is the last year referring to? Abdullah, say your own. Let's try to wrap on this. We got one more to go for tonight. But I just thought of asking this question. Because Senator America said it would not be the same. Let's champion or change. But then America came by to say it's a loss here on what? You know, and I think it would only be fair for us to balance the conversation as to the loss here on what? A loss here on the car, a loss here on the changes, a loss here only within the executive and not the Senate, a loss here going for a retreat, and you say you would put the money back in the bank, but you didn't put it back. We now have to see the bank receipt. A loss here when every other thing is happening that is so concerning, but it is only concerning on the executive and not the legislature. So help me, Abdullah, you in Liberia, you know what's up. And again, by the great, we can announce today that Abdullah gets his own studio in his home, a very beautiful studio. Look at the clock in the back. I'm watching that time. It's after 10. It's 10:18 in Monrovia right now. I'm sitting at the studio, my man. It's nice though, seriously.
You need to see the studio I built.
It's nice, but you gotta work on the internet. You gotta work on the internet a little bit more. But your studio, the background, everything is completely nice.
Starlinks. We're gonna get Starlinks.
Okay. But let's hear you.
Imagine that. The setup.
My man, you can do it. I mean, once you're working with the finance minister, the foreign ministry, you can do it. Go ahead.
I am already. Listen, no other most of I don't know. I don't know. Said it. I lucky. My phone, my ear black. He like G's that like gossip. But here's what I'll say though, Saki, I pay you tribute. I wish this government would know the kind of work Saki does to highlight some of the accomplishment. To be honest with you, Saki do a lot of good job. And they will do the same job. They will not empower you. They will not strengthen you. They will leave you hanging. But what Saki you do, and nobody should say you're doing propaganda, you highlighting some of the good things this government is doing. And I'm proud of you. And I'm proud of what you do because this is your sacrifice. You are not sit down and go to waste. There are missteps, there are mistakes. But you need those who are doing good work. Not everybody is doing buying the government. There are good leaders. There are good public servants. And you're using your voice to tell their stories of impact and to also sometimes admit their missteps. And you do that. I watch your video and I hope they will empower you. I hope they will do because the surrogates, the messengers are left to dry. Why these sycophants are empowered and strengthened and they go swimming and why the strong guys are left to dry. But here's what I'll say, Stanton. Look, our positions is derived from two things. Politics of grievance. Amara has unresolved grievance with this government, and they affect the way he look at things in the government. If Amara was involved in this government today, he would not say what he said. If Amara was situated well, if his influence was still shaping things as he wanted, he would not say the same thing he said. Let's be honest, Senator. Let's be honest. That's one. Two, Amara is right. The government has not done well in a lot of areas. I also agree with him. But don't tell me, say, when a culture minister produce an cultural national policy, it is a wasted effort. I cannot minimize and delegitimize the work like that. Don't tell me anything said about Mo Ali. The water system has improved in Monrovia. Don't tell me it is wasted efforts for the water system to improve in Liberia. I disagree with Amara on that. Don't tell me the president leading on war crime for the first time going to the extent of establishing it's a wasted effort. I disagree with Amara. It's to minimize and trivialize the sacrifices of others. I disagree with Amara. I disagree with Amara. Don't tell me, even on foreign policy, that a effective foreign minister, Sarah Beslo Nyanti, is leading the global effort to strengthen Liberian image. It's a wasted effort, including the non-permanency at the UN. I disagree with Amara. Don't allow your anger, look beyond your anger, look beyond your frustration, look beyond your disappointment, and see some goodness. Everything cannot be wrong. There were some good things, Stanton. Stanton, no, Stanton, you know that. And you know that, Stanton. Don't tell me that all the efforts building relationship with Sierra Leone is the wasted effort. Don't tell me the source of conflict for ULIMO, for RUF, that destabilized West Africa, that became a killing field to restore that broken relationship and strengthen West Africa's security architecture is a wasted effort, Amara. Don't tell me building relationship with the U.S. government. AFCON, the commander of AFCON just came to Liberia recently. He is stopping the rise of China and Russia to destabilize Africa. Liberia's security system, the defense system, the entire security system was involved. Don't tell me these people are wasting their time. Don't tell me it's useless. Tell me you disagree with the approach, but don't tell me it's useless. I fundamentally disagree, Stanton. I agree with Amara. There have been missteps. The scandals are too much. The stealings are too much. The looting are too much. The insensitivity are too much. The presidents need to not be a vacation president, need to speak on a wide range of issues. I do agree with Amara, but I disagree with Amara that nothing is being done in the country. I disagree with Amara. So there's a disservice to the sacrifice of thousands of people, to those who are leading the change and managing our country, expanding the economy, to tell me that all these people are useless. I disagree with Amra. That is my position. Thank you, Sendo.
Thank you very much, Ketima. I will have my time to say my piece. Let me go to my brother, Mame. Mame.
I said we experienced a year of big wins and big challenges. Amara thought to highlight those challenges, some of which I agree with. 1 year, we cannot address the issue of public transportation in 1 year. We cannot make decision on that in 1 year. Those are things that make the people feel that you're working. When they stay on the road and the bus come and they get on it. I think it requires rocket science to make a decision to put money into public transportation. I think it requires rocket science. Go to the legislature. What the major legislation in the last 12 months you've seen coming from the legislature. Even when they made effort to carry on comprehensive oversight and provide report, reaching to the end of their limitation because they cannot enforce. No action on some of them. Like the case of the CTN case that was investigated. Other reports, Public Account Committee convened. The reports are there, LTA report. The president himself said, I suspect corruption here on that basis. I'm suspending you people and I will investigate because I suspect corruption in my practice. The other reports are available to him. No action, brother. Central Bank. The deputy governor wrote, say, I enter into agreement with your advisor. They say I should resign, they will pay me. While the other report is pointing to mismanagement of public resources, nothing happened. Those are big challenges and losses in the process, but there are big wins. And I wouldn't want to come back to just redo what Ketama did. But if you say yeah and say you can't see no big projects, it's up to you. Maybe your way of seeing big project is to see the president rally a group of people around him, standing and making speech around those big projects. Water are pumping into homes. The president and the LEC people dedicated news stations. Infrastructure planning are ongoing and people are seeing it. You come and say you see no big project, but you will see bigger projects. But to Amara issue, there are big wins and there are big challenges. How do we confront those big challenges going forward is what I would think to talk about. but not to reduce it to saying somebody is angry. Nobody angry can be the reason why they talk about no action on audit findings. You can't be angry to talk about those ones when you are in the public service. You don't need to be angry to talk about it. You don't need to be angry when your county health center cannot have the medication they need because resources did not go there. When people call, you don't need to be angry over the regime to express that on behalf of your people.
So the hospital report in Babuli, I can't report medicine.
The man almost finished. Hey, Clinton, the man almost finished. I beg you wait. That man be finished.
So I will close on that to give other people a chance. But there are big wins that JMB recorded. He passed the MCC scorecard in the first year. That's a big win. Internationally, it sends a message. Go to the budget. The commitment, the direct budgetary support to the government of Liberia from international partners increased by over 40%.
Thank you.
That's big win.
Thank you very much, Mame. Vanessa, you come in, then we'll go to Mr. Clinton.
Yeah, let me just say this to Independent Kiatama. I appreciate what you said. You know, my late mother used to say, son, always do good. Don't worry about how many people watching because somebody somewhere is watching. You know, when I support a politician to come to power, I do it, but not because of what he or she can offer me personally, but what he or she can offer our country. And as long as that politician leaves the door open for me to make my positive contribution to help him or succeed, that's a greater thing I want. And I much appreciate President Joseph Yuma Boakai, who continue to keep the door open to listen to me. And, you know, everything is not perfect. As I said over and over, we inherited a broken country, a destroyed country. We all can attest that we are in his friends ran our country recklessly. If anybody thought that in less than 1 year everything's supposed to be on track, you are very dishonest in your expectation. Things are not going to be easy in the first year. You know, I said in one of my posts, the fast start of any new government depends on the path prepared by the outgoing government. We all saw how that country was ran, and we all saw the kind of country that President Joseph Human Baga inherited. All I'm saying and continue to say to the Arabian people, be patient. This president will not let you down. No matter how tough it is, he is building our relationship abroad. He is working hard to make sure our resources reflect on our lives. Things not going to be easy in the first 1 year, and even the second year, because what the outgoing government left going to affect the government for at least 1 to 2 years. But I can promise you that President Joseph Newman Barker will not let us down. He will perform well, and by the end of the day, we'll all look back in the next 6 years and have a lot of reason to appreciate him for everything he did. So I just want to say that to my brother Ketama. Thank you for your independent rule and your independent observation. And I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Clinton.
Thank you.
Clinton, when I hear you, man.
Vanny going back to where? Vanny going back to where? But more Ali and Cornelia and teaching you how to swim. But look, Vanny, you going back to this. I hope we'll do a show here on comparing the CDC's.
You muted yourself again, brother.
I don't know, it's my computer, but the CDC can make that argument also that after 12 years, the Unity Party left, a terrible situation, and it can justify everything Vanny is justifying. Look, it's been 11 months already. I keep saying we need to leave the CDC people alone. Just we are lost the election. The CDC lost the election. The Liberian people has placed their faith in the Unity Party government to lead us to the promised land. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's own up to the fact that we've had a disastrous first year. Everything, I said this before, everything that we criticize the CDC administration before, we've seen this now, not just seen this, but we've seen this double pro max. Whether we talk about Igbo math, we are seeing the yellow machine thing. If you talk about corruption in the first year, like every other month, the news headlines is talking corruption. we have a problem. If you talk about president, we are not speaking to national issues. President Baka is worse. This man does not talk about anything at all. He's just like, just let it go on. Look, as a Liberian, an opposition, but as a Liberian who really love our country, let me give you guys a piece of advice. Try to leverage the legs of independent minds like Kiatamba. Leverage some very good people, and let's move this country forward. You're having a very tough year. Hope for the next year you make an adjustment, but this been Amari's right. It's been a horrible first year. Please make an adjustment because look, even though we're opposition, but we always want to come to our country and have an opportunity to have a peaceful and prosperous country, and we want to support the government. But again, there's nothing you trumpet. Give me something. I'm a Liberian, an opposition, but a Liberian first. I want something that I can be proud of and talk about and say, this is what my government is doing. I just can't find it. Give me something. It's been a horrible first year. The president needs to adjust, and there is no excuses being levied among. The CDC cannot be the scapegoat for the problems that we're having in these 11 months.
Thank you very much, Clinton. And let me take my piece on this. I do agree with Amara Cornet. You know, I'm not an Amara Cornet fan. I would not sugarcoat everything. That's the reason why Vani Saki is leaving, because he know that I'm about to go into his throat and tell him that he's wrong. But I do agree with Amara Cornet here. I mean, everything that is rolling over right now to make progress will be done in the second year. I will ask my brother Abdullah Mame, show me one of the big things that was done. Well, you're going to say the war crime court. I even talk for 1 second, yeah. The man, no, this is the way Ketema can operate. To just distract you. He know exactly what I'm about to do. He will come in with that kind of sideway question to just drive me off course. I don't want to answer your question. I choose not to answer your question.
Let him have his time. I'm using a playbook. Come on there. I'm using that playbook.
You cannot use my playbook. I am 100% saying to you, I refuse to answer your question. They will be calling my cell phone to distract me. Let me say this, folks. Anything you hear from Mami, anything you hear from Ketema or my brother Vanisaki that roll over into year number 2. Let's talk about this issue about the first year. Everybody praising Mo Ali. Maybe that why getting Mo Ali here now to go swing. Mo Ali is doing extremely well. The next big project. What's the next big project? War crime code. It is not 100% done yet. We're still looking for money. The president said, okay, we established war crime code. We are going through the process. Thank God, most recently, he put Massacre there. He told Massacre, oh, he put a person, he take the person off. Now he gets somebody else there. Now the establishment, the structure is in place. Nobody put a finger on it yet because we're looking for $300 million or so. Let's just agree it will come through. We'll still got a long way to go. And Ketema would not be on the show to say we do not. The fact that President Baka said he won it, that's achievement. Let's give it to President Baka. Are we talking about the budget? Have you seen the budget that Mami won the wrong way? Come back tomorrow and can listen to what we say about the budget. What have changed for the office of the president? What have changed for the office of the vice president? The pro tempore, the speaker, the deputy speaker, the chief justice, what have changed? It's there. Go look at it. Are we going to talk about the bread and butter issue? What was the gain for the University of Liberia? A big loss. And Ketema cannot go against this. The university will not be open this year. Will the university be open this year? The one only Liberian university owned by the government? Will we see our brothers and sisters going on that campus now to study? To study what? We got the document because of no money. What was given to the university on paper? $33 million. What did they receive? Vlad. Oh, you want us to talk about it? So when Americana says it's a wasted 1 year, that's the 1 year Vanisaki said, please. The 1 year was just to get our feet wet. Give us another year. Because they have considered that the 1 year is wasted.
I agree. We get them one more year.
And when we enter that one more year, they will say, give her another year again. Because Vanisagi begin to pitch this already and say, well, we need 3 years to balance ourselves. Within that 3 years, that's election year, we jumping into my people. So Amara is 100% right. We can beat on Amara on anything. $22 million road. What's the result? The minister and his deputy fighting about who they get contracted for kickback. It's there. It's right there. It's not a story. That wasn't an achievement. Corruption in government. It's right there. I mean, Mother had to resign because he's a greedy hunter. He alone should get a car.
On MCC scorecard, we pass corruption. No, we pass corruption on the MCC scorecard.
No, but you cannot
Clinton,
interrupt me.
Clinton, I'm not interrupting. We pass corruption on the MCC scorecard.
Vani, we don't do this. I beg you, Vani.
If you think me, come and mute me.
Vani, yeah, I will mute you because you want to interrupt me. You see, you guys don't treat me right. I can tell you that CDC passed corruption under the government too, but where is Finance Minister today, the former? He's on sanction. They passed corruption though. But how many people on the Joe government? His chief of staff is on sanction. The people managing director on sanction. The Senate mayor on sanction. But they passed corruption.
December 9th.
So let me silence you on that. Panisaki, this is spoon talk, my brother. When you can't talk, you must be ready. So don't celebrate because MCC say you pass. MCC say you pass. The man ahead of MCC under the first Unity Party government, Joseph Boga removing. That's great achievement, but the country is in darkness. Money captain. What happened with LRA? Why we stay playing around 1 year under Joseph Boga government? Medtech stay making money. CTN stay making money. Western Cluster stay making money. They still pulling the iron ore. APM terminal still operating. I said Abita, still moving on. B Mountain, what happened in 1 year? You don't even shake them yet. Or the president will address it. The president will address it. The president will address it. 1 year gone. You know how much money that people now make? So that move from this Amara Corner conversation, to me, he was 100% correct. Because you know why? The executive failed to speak on the issue.
Senator,
So,
I want to say something closing.
Can I really be free? I mean, can somebody...
Oh, we got ready to ask you, Senator. We got ready to ask you. You're always asking, we got ready to ask you.
18 minutes now. 18 minutes.
No.
Thank you. Clinton, you can't allow you to just close up. Jenny, you want to get a long narrative and close up and make a final presentation.
Let Kiatama talk.
Thank you, Clinton. I want to let Clinton. I think Clinton, you are fair. Clinton, you are real citizen. You are real citizen, Clinton.
Mama, hold on 1 minute, Vanny.
Clinton, you too fair and balanced. Clinton is fair and balanced.
I know Kiatama will come in, right? The most recent one and discouraging and something that the president should take action for, we yet to see. Let's catalog them. Look at tech. Look at that eating the train at $236. They were brought in by Sarah Best Loyalty. Diplomatic passport stay, Liberia diplomatic passport stay on the world market for sale. They get for sale sign on it. When Amara Corner says it's a wasted year, you think that joke? That's why you know I'm going there. You don't want me to go there. Let me remind you guys. I love President Joseph Iman Boaka. 2 days ago, I spoke with the president. I will say this to you. He means well for Liberia. But till he can get up and bring in the change that the Liberian people so desire, my friend, my brother, this country, it will be another wasted year coming on. It will be. When you speak to the president said, my son, everything I promised Liberia, I want it done before. He was in Salon when I spoke to him. He said, I want it done, and it will be done, and we'll bring this country to where we promised the Liberian people. I will stop there with our conversation. But I can say to the nation tonight, my friend, that President Baka can make those changes. Every day, changes coming. People will go. Changes coming. People will go. My brother, my sister, tell the people go that these changes come. We'll beg for 1 more year again when 2025 comes. We'll be begging for 1 more year. We'll enter 2029. And this government will be the George Runaway government because some few good people refuse to listen to truth. Let boy Ali then swimming. The deputy minister at the Minister of State, she's swimming. She taking picture. She's fine. Who her father? Her father at Labor Ministry, he's fine. Who her brother? Her brother somewhere else too fine.
I mean, go
She
to the
in
meeting now.
Oh, you see, Abla Mama stopping me. Oh, I'm ready to go in too deep now. They're stopping me.
I really wonder what.
Clinton, the same CEO who told Clinton, the same standard who told him get problem with the swimming. He bring the swimming bin buy you again.
Yeah, but
Mama looking to in that picture. And
my thing is that
Clinton, the man told you got no problem with swimming.
I knew you were coming there later on.
No. Because when you do this thing, you won't miss some out to talk. Patrick Honda making over 15,000 every month, and he paying 3,000 for generator. He's swimming. The same Patrick Honda that were telling the people say we want to change 15,000. You ever hear about 15,000 again from LTA? You ever hear about changes when they say we set a committee that they will change this thing? They thinking from Jowetan will change it.
The committee working on this center, you know about that. The committee is working to be coming with a report.
They not say they will set up committee to change it. They say they will set up committee.
But why can I talk freely?
No, they say, thank you. So looking, thank you, man. They didn't say they will set up committee to change it.
Wait. Why I can't talk freely on the thing? Chetema, you are so unfair.
No.
Okay? You bring a guy here. You don't want me to talk freely. You're interrupting me purposely.
I'm silent.
I came for Ellington. The salary keep for Ellington.
You have an Harvey, Clinton. You have an Harvey.
I don't know. Vanisaki been driving truck. So Ketema, beg you, let me learn on this. Vanisaki been driving truck, so he's not following this thing. The president set a committee up, and it's headed by Jeremiah Kuhn, the vice president, to investigate all the SOEs on how much they should be making.
Yeah.
It's been almost 1 year, and you're asking for another year.
No, not almost 1 year. Bible 1 year. 1 year.
I mean, make an exact rate.
Yeah, when you go 1 year, the government less than 1 year. How the president has set up a committee in 1 year?
I think
the government less than 1 year. Oh, Clinton, but Joseph Baker set a committee 1 year ago.
I think, Senator, I think, look, yeah, so can you guys hear me? My system, my internet is good. Can you guys
go ahead?
Huh? Okay, so here's what I'll say in conclusion. Look, we do agree that there have been a lot of missteps in this government center. But still, you just said you actually disagree with Amara. Amara cannot tell me there have been no good work in 1 year. And that's what he meant. You can't agree with somebody and you know that's not true. Center, you know that's not true. Amara's statement is dishonest and flawed. Amara would have said, I'm not impressed with the 1 year. That's different than it's a complete loss year to say F. If Amara tell me I'm not impressed with the 1 year, I will agree with Amara. Because I'm not impressed with GMB first year. I think they're good, some good work, but I'm not impressed. But if Amara said nothing happened, that they do nothing. They're not change nothing, they not do nothing. There was no war crime information. There was nothing happening in the country. No water system. That's not fair. And that is not fair. And not about the guys at the top. There are ordinary workers who working hard and some people drilling water hole. You telling me those workers who make it $200?
We started the water thing a long time, man. I was
water thing we talking here, Ketema?
Water is life. Water is life. Ketema is right.
Now, what your 1 year achievement? No, Ketema. Your 1 year achievement at water.
But disrupting me. You disrupted me, Anton.
Ketema, the water thing was already set up. The World Bank had the money. We're not surprised that it was just ready for more.
Clinton, you are digging well. Clinton, you are digging well. We were digging real hole.
Come there. They will also see the war crime issue. This is the highest level they have gone. This has been accepted and celebrated by even by the U.S. government and say, look, This is the farthest we've gone on this issue. Don't tell me that is not progress on something. Look, students score F, B in science, D in math, A in this subject. You say they make F? Even when average that score will not be F. You know, let me tell you something, Stanton. The grievance, our anger, our disappointment should not lead us to over and do a rating that does not stand out. Stanton, you stand out. Amra himself received money that he should not receive. He said he returned it back to the bank. So there are a lot of blame to go around. The government is comprised of three branches: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. So all the feelings, we got to average all the feelings. If y'all make F in the Senate, will add up to the executive F, then we'll get all of your FF, then all of y'all go Senate. I'm just trying to say this, Stanton. Let's be honest. You can't come and say, look, as a scholar, as an intellectual, I'm not sure I've given a detailed explanation on what. Abdullah Kiatama, I'm not impressed with Joseph Boakai first year. Let me say that publicly. But I cannot say they did nothing. That would be unfair to the sacrifices of good civil servants and public officials who worked their butt out to make things worse, to move things to a new direction. Agriculture minister who established an agricultural policy, reached out to foreign donors, raising and bringing a windfall of international support. Several areas, war crimes code, the foreign policy issues, a whole host of issues centered to diminish, to trivialize, and to minimize their role, their sacrifices. It's an assault on their hard work and their dignity. I disagree fundamentally. I agree with him that this first year with Joseph Boakai, not an impressive year. It's a progress, but not an impressive year. But we have to be fair. But stand in your support. Even you deny him that there are some good things, but they didn't go far. But that's not wasted. So let's make progress. But here's the thing, Stanton. I will tell Joseph Boakai and his team, look, you're playing with fire. By the end of the year, you're not make some move. The people will turn on you. The level of scandals that I've seen, MCC, this area,
Okay,
is
so
too
let's
much
wrap this. We got
for
11 more
the
minutes.
rescue team. It's too
We
much.
got 11 more. We got 11 more. Ketema, we say to you, your background is so unique. Work on your internet because your internet is, we got a few second delay. But other than that, I think your studio is doing pretty good. I want to say to all of you watching, thank you. You can join us this game tomorrow on the Bigger Spoon Talk. The roundtable was great today. We'll be closing the program. We got 10 more minutes to go, which of course is 10 to 11 in Liberia. I do believe while we leave on the Amara Corner conversation, it's conversation to talk about on a very, very serious note. It is, because this is what happening. Amara Corner sees something. He hearing something. On the national security issue, we got a problem. On the regional issue that caused President Boakai to go to Sierra Leone, we got a serious national security issue within the Mano River, right? Within ECOWAS. This is border. This is big. What we are hearing and what we know, that's something we got to hold back. You see the reason why Kabina Janet couldn't come on the show? It's a serious, serious issue happening in the region. I'm not there to say it. But whenever he appeared, he would discuss it. Let's talk about this budget. The 2023 budget, 2024 budget, they say that Joel budget. So everything, they're missing 15 point something $million. They're missing $2.3 million that they couldn't give any reason for. They're saying that Joel budget, but we ate the money, the off budget expenditure. You remember something that 2.3 million. Nobody know why it's for, except maybe Vanisaki can tell, but he said he doesn't know. But it's saying to us that was Joel budget. The one that went there for the University of Liberia, for the University of Liberia to be open. How does it feel that your students are not going to school? Your children, they're not going to school. Then they're asking them why they're jumping on the street fighting and being pushed out and sued, because you're holding back better education from them. Because the teacher, they're not getting paid. So for that reason, they are telling you, say no. The budget, that Joel budget, 2023 budget, 2024 budget, are all Joel budget. We're going to 2025. We'll explain the budget to you tomorrow. What's the changes for the speaker? Why in it for you, that budget? Why in it for you? You will hear something that you have never heard before tomorrow, my fellow Liberians. That budget is not a rescue budget. The one that said 2025 fiscal year budget, It's not a rescue budget. Come back tomorrow, let's talk about it. That you can know. I see my brother Vanisaki say we win MCC compact. The same compact you win by points. CDC came better and they didn't get a compact money. And afterward, they suspended and they sanctioned almost 11 of them. Sedition. We won on corruption. Some 12 were dancing. Hey, I'm too careful. Hey, I'm too careful. America said, we'll come for you. In less than 2 months, some 12 suspension, sanction, everything. They lost the election big time. That if Vanisaki won't say and say we win corruption, Vanisaki better open your eye. That blah. I will remind you. Tomorrow we'll talk about this budget issue. You see it? Fiscal year 2025, January 1st to December 31st. You know what? In it, it's a draft budget. But when this thing passes into law, I'm seriously concerned. I am. It got some serious issue in this thing that Liberian people need to know. How much going to the healthcare system? We saw our brother Darius DeLong, Senator Delight, Mr. Revert. We saw him boasting that the education ministry received $111 million on the 2024 budget. It was the highest in the history of Liberia as the how much they received cash. Now what is written on paper? The year is coming to an end. If Dino is fighting for the budget and boasting that education ministry received $111 million, that was on paper. They didn't receive all that money. Why not the university not open yet? Giving them 33 million. They didn't receive 33 million. How can you deceive the Liberian people? It is concerning, folks. It is absolutely concerning. You put it in the budget, but young people not use all money. Jeremiah could not use his money. The speaker not use his money. The deputy uses money. The office of the president, the Supreme Court, they all not get the money. But when it comes to the Liberian people for education, for healthcare, for road development, they no. They can't find it. But when it comes to the offices, the money is available. It's there. It's there. It's there. You don't think somebody's stupid. May God save our state. Join us again no more. I feel on my own closer. I will not interrupt any of these guys there. Mommy come to tell you, that means say that your brother, American from Barbados, say it's a lost year. And I think I will call American and then you say thank you, but just explain yourself further. Vanisaki will only come and say what he can hear. Any other thing he said,
you got one recruiting your army now. American, you got one recruiting your army.
No, but American and myself are off and on relationship. And the only person that can come in the middle between Amara and myself are Mommy. That Mommy can judge the case. But we're off and on. But guys, thank you, man. It was a good show. Let's close the show. And I hope we can come back again next week. We have this gentleman from Rhode Island, and he's running $14.7 billion budget. We have yeah.
I think Spoon can sponsor a competition. Everybody take a video of yourself swimming and put it on Facebook. That could be a good viral. That could be a good competition.
Can I come back to the swimming again?
That's a loss, yeah. That's
Clean
a loss.
Have water in your ear, no? At least clean up when you talk.
but Mommy, we're gonna bring you in on this to start with you on our closing. This is what happened. Bo Adi want to assess the availability of water in Nimba. So please don't hold him for swimming in the pool. Mommy, let's close the show. Go ahead, my brother.
The budget, I will close on the budget because probably we might not have the time tomorrow. The budget is an instrument of people saying this is what we want to do. We will generate the money and these are the things we will do. I like to look at more in terms of implementation, the results. I like to look at that more than to look at the promises. But because it is a budget and we have to discuss it, there are a lot of things in the budget ideologically we differ with. But when you describe the budget to just be a repeat of the past, then you're making a colossal mistake. And there are key areas to pay attention to. Everything government does is in the public sector investment package. That public sector, what they call public sector investment plan, they call it the big way, is just basically what government say, well, all the things we're doing, government ministry agency working, people taking pay, small things are happening. These are the main investment we want to make for ourselves in the meantime. Then government put money there to make those investments. The government own money, not waiting for donor to come do it. So they call it public sector investment. The goal is government make that investment create jobs, it provide opportunities. That part of the budget from the last government to this government, it increased by 45%. You can look at that and say that it's in budget. So government is investing more in public sector projects. What are the projects? Government investing more now in agriculture. Government investing more now in roads. Government investing more now in health and sanitation. 45% increase. So we wait for that to happen. But let's just establish that it's not the same. There are areas where they are the same. There are areas where, in fact, it's even worse than what we expected. But yes, there are sweet spots in the budget that gave you a reason to believe that something is changing. Unlike before, one of the critical areas civil servants been facing, forget about it, small they tap up, is the insurance, health insurance. People work, they don't have insurance. This budget is has allocated money to propose all servicemen on insurance. The civil service agency just recruited 3 different agencies, insurance company to put civil servants on insurance. You can't argue that it is the same. It's not the same. The salary that was taken away is being added back small. We're recovering the salaries that were taken away small is being added back.
So the budget get a place that costs small.
No, you're not get a place that small. You get a place therefore with our salary up.
No.
Thank you,
Clinton.
Wait.
Yeah.
The budget get a lot. Cost small.
I'm talking to my people.
My man is showing the difference between you say it's the same.
Yeah.
Mommy, I beg you, go ahead. Sorry. I didn't know the budget. Mommy, on this note, I just want to do the record because you said the budget get played cost small. It's
no,
something like
this.
It's something like this. And that's the reason why I'm crying. Because the budget get played that cost small. That's why I'm causing a pass. But go ahead, Mommy.
So the salary that they took from the people, in harmonization, the new budget is saying we'll come and start tapping it up. So they identify few employees and say, okay, the one working in the health sector, working in the education sector, working in the security sector will increase your salary. That's difference. Instead of cutting down salary, increasing salary, that's difference. Instead of allowing the people to now work with all insurance, you're putting insurance on them while they work. That's difference. Public sector investment is increasing. The international partner commitment and support to the budget increased by what the number I have in here. It increased by 42%. Public sector, the direct donor support. World Bank, AU say, we trust you putting more money in your government compared to the last budget year. So it's not the same. I mean, yes, there are places where when you see it, you're not happy. Some of the allotments, places where resources are growing, you're not happy. But yeah, there are other sweet spots. that you can identify and come to the realization that we're moving the budget more towards the people than we're keeping it to where it was.
So go. So again, sorry, Bame, for interrupting. You know, this is what we do, my man. But what you just said, we will cut that. We got to play that. We got to let the people hear what you just said. The budget is growing. It's been adding by salary, adding by small. I didn't know the budget got a line cost small. But Vanessa, go ahead.
Thank you so much for a great show. Thank you to my brother Clinton. I mean, Katama Abdai. Let me say this now. Confidential information that I can share with the public. One thing that I love about the president, Katama, every time I call the president, he asks me, tell me something negative that happened all the week. I don't want to know about the positive. Tell me something so that is bad about the government in the gone week. He said, I don't want to hear about the positive about the government when you talk to me. Find something ugly and tell me so we can correct it next week. That is a sign of progress. That means somebody don't want to be surrounded by sycophants. Somebody willing to learn from the mistake and correct them. You know, I'm aware that we are suffering for too long. To tell Liberians now to be patient, it's just difficult, especially considering where we came from, where we are. It's difficult. So I understand to tell people to be. Oh,
Yeah, you got to mute it. You got to mute.
No, that's okay. So I just want to say again, I just call on the Liberian to be patient.
They may try to give me a reception.
Yeah. But you know, I have the capacity to repeat myself. So I'm just saying, you know, this president is always eager, Clinton, to hear the negative. He told me, Saki, the day you just come call me and tell me so good thing, I will not answer your call. Find something bad about the government and tell me. So I'm saying to the Liberian people, this president is aware of the hardship. He's not insensitive. The president is aware. But the good news is that he's working to change, to turn our challenges into opportunities. Just think about the gasoline price. Think about my brother and Amos 12 for APRC. Look, just think about the gasoline price is dropping. Things are going to just happen overnight. But again, I just want us to be patient because we all know that the challenges inherited were huge. And the changes we expected will not happen overnight. We have to be honest in our expectation and give President Joseph Jumon Boga the chance to do those things. This president will not let us down. I repeat, he will not. The day I see anything wrong with the government, I'll be the first to speak about them. But until now, we are fighting and fighting and fighting. There are challenges about the budget. There is no perfect budget. You can't get everything you want in a budget. Some areas sweet, some areas, but just think about if your expectation was to get $10 this year, because last year you got $7, but this year you got $8, you get into $10. You will get there, even though you are not at $10, but at least you are from 7 to 8. Every year the budget will just get better, and every year the budget will reflect the interest of the Liberian people. I just want to say thank you so much to Stanton and Spoon for what you're doing. The president really loved when you found the negative. He says, Sagi, I am not God. I'm not everywhere at the same time and seeing everything. I depend on people in the media to find something to tell me that can help me keep my government in check. So I just want to say thank you. It was a great show and happy to be part of the panel tonight. Senator, what are you? You're looking for something to play.
No, you see, I want to be quiet.
Why they put I can be reading the comments. And they be calling CDC lawyer. They may not CDC lawyer. They may like lawyer.
I think they should stop that because Kamala is doing well on the show. He's very fair and balanced. I don't think I give it to him. He balanced.
I don't care if
very objective. One person that
I don't care if the
I just think if you continue on that path, you're facing zero problem in the CDC. They don't like fair and balanced people. You have to rethink.
But why can't you rethink too and take a good position?
You don't face problem in the past.
Yeah, he cried because of the challenges center. He cried because of the challenge he inherited. That's why he saw him crying.
Okay, Clinton, before we're going to No, we're going to play the whole thing.
Why you
We're
call
going
it
to play the
video?
whole thing. I want Clinton to speak. I want to attach this video to the small salary increasement that Mommy talked about. So that's why I'm working on it. You know, Mommy can give me hard time, right? Say that there, say, Mommy. Go, Clinton, go ahead. Let's hear you. Close all this.
Don't worry about the comment section because Clinton has always been Clinton. You remember when I joined I've always supported the CDC, but when I went to the party headquarters officially to join the party, there were folks from the Unity Party who were running around with screenshots of my criticism of the CDC. I've always been a critical voice. Like I've always been a critical voice. Even being in this, look, I've criticized the CDC even more than some of the opposition people. So even when I officially joined the CDC, the Unity Party people were taking my screenshot and camera. But that's me. Liberia is bigger than any one person. And when we come and have this big platform to talk to Liberian people, we have to stand in the middle. Of course, we all have to belong. And I have chosen, the CDC to belong. But, there's the bigger picture of Liberia. And so I don't have a problem with people calling me the CDC lawyer. It's okay. The CDC is a political party. I've always, I said, over 800, almost 900,000 Liberians still believe in the leadership of the CDC and they voted for the CDC. The CDC only lost the election by 17,000 votes. It shows you that a lot of Liberian people, 49%, still have confidence in the leadership of the CDC. So that's not a problem. We still associate with the CDC until at such time. Look, the government has to do better. That's the bottom line. And I think every one of us agreed that the government has to do better. The first year it's not been so great. The government has to do better. And the government will now show that it's doing better, especially when it comes to this house issue. And that's why I was disappointed when the president decided to, initially he said he was consulting. Then we saw his officials going to the majority black. And now we're seeing, there's information that the president, called Richie Kuhn and said, congratulations and stuff like that. The government is not going to do better if they're showing the Liberian people that they have no respect for the rule of law. I think the president has to be proactive. I have taken the position that Liberia is now a country where you can have a laissez-faire president. I've said this even about the CDC and the we administration. You can be a president and take a hands-off approach. Liberia is not just that country. The president has to be active. He has to be engaged with his government. And he cannot take the position where, and this is one thing. I'm Kiatamba. If you're looking for something that this government is doing, one thing that the president is doing, at the very least, he's able to get rid of his people. If people are not performing, I give him that. That in the first year, he's getting rid of people. He's showing. He's getting rid of people.
Okay.
He's getting rid of people. That's for me. That's an A for him. So. Eventually, we want to support the government. We are Liberians, and at the end of the day, despite our political belongings, there's always going to be the time to talk political, talk to politics, and talk about electioneering. 2029, 2028 is going to be, and we'll take our side, and we'll talk about the politics. But this is the time for nation building, and I really want something to champion about the government. I just haven't seen enough. I hope the government will do more, and that's it. I just hope we'll see more going into the next year, and I hope the government and the president will stay on the side of the rule of law as far as this legislative thing. But it's going to be an interesting week with the Supreme Court and what's happening. I'm looking forward to it. I'm still looking forward to I don't know what's up with the Janet thing. I still want to know what happened to that and to talk more about that. But so far, so good. We'll be here tomorrow to talk about the budget. I'm interested in the rule of law. So the budget is big. I'm not going to focus on the whole budget. I'm going to that rule of law is what I'm going to to take a look at tomorrow. And I'll be able to opine on it tomorrow.
Again, you are right. Thank you very much, Governor Clinton. Again, Ketama will be the one taking us home. I'm sending a shout out to Hannah Ture Seli from Staten Island. We were in church today. I preached. You enjoyed my message. to my dear sister, mother, friend, Hannah Ture Selig from Staten Island.
Oh, your team, Stanton, what was your team? Your team.
My thing was that the budget is increasing salary small. So I want to say a special shout out to our sister Hannah. A great service today. JCWC was a blast. And we did a Pastor Appreciation Day. Congrats to Pastor Jimmy James. We appreciate him for being the pastor and the overseer of the ministry. Ketema, again, I will say this to you. We are looking for the full video of Amara crying. If you do have it, what we have is only 6 seconds of that video. If you do have the full video,
Amara is crying because of the kind of coaching we inherited.
I want to say that before we go to Ketema, then I'm going to put this up. A lost yes sad. Ketema, give us your closing and let's wrap this thing up, brother. Thank you, every one of you, for the great shit today. Ketema.
Well, Stanton, first, congratulations to Kev for his wedding. I saw it was a great event.
Yeah, where is Kev? He went back. Let him come. You're right.
Yeah. And the happiest of birthday to Titi, the manager. And send them kudos. A good job moderating tonight. Good job. We had a solid panel. You have Vanisaki, who's a good storyteller. You have Cameron Clinton, who tried to weave a legal team for a little political side, and I'm back. Guy, man, Mame, why y'all getting Mame hard on me? Honestly, next time I will come with force. I come.
I still not Mame to leave. Is it small?
I said,
but Mama said the budget, they increased. But Ketema, though, you've been around, right? Ketema, seriously, sorry to interrupt.
No. But
on the budget line again, we pin people's salary, increasing
All right. So still, the other one is local. JMB administration, let's be honest, they need to do more. I agree with coming in. They need to do more. Because the expectation was too high. These were the professionals. These were the experienced bureaucrats. The amateurs left the room. They were given a floor. They were given a chance. You said these people are amateurs. They didn't know what they were doing. Now you're giving a chance and you're struggling. You're missing your steps. You're missing the role. We say, go to Nima. You take Kakata. You take Grandbasso Highway. Or you take him away. You got to do better. The president means well. We appreciate some of the great work on the war crime, on some of the performances, agriculture, foreign affairs, and a lot of different areas. I hope the economy got fund, got huge expectation. I hope they'll do well. But Stanton, this year has not been impressive. Let's be honest. Their 5 years not impressive. They can do better. It's not been all lost or bad, but they were weak. They can be stronger next year. But trust me, the people honeymoon will be over. The romance and bromance will be you. The noise will start. The company will start. And this whole thing about, I like the fact that the president has been robust, suspending people, dismissing people. I mean, that is good news, but he has to prevent it. So if you just punishing people, prevent the crime, prevent the level of pillage and waste in the bureaucracy. So you have to do that. So I think he has to step up. Let's be honest. The president has to step up because by next year, Stanton, the noise will start. And in this country, when the noise starts, the genius out of the bottle. You can bring it back. So I think he needs to step up and make this thing work. And I think, let it figure out how to engage Amara. Amara got a message. Amara got experience. Though Amara was part of the broken early administration that were engaged in a massive pillaging of our country resources, but he got a message, got an experience he can offer them. They should include him. And I feel bad that they marginalized the like of Amara and the marginal like of Martin Colley, who sacrificed their soul, their sweat, and they did not include them.
I disagree with you. They didn't marginalize Amara. I disagree with you. Amara is a senator.
I'm talking about my friend people. I don't even know you because you preach to them. I can't preach to all again. You didn't play at church. because you preach over. But you know what? They may not tell the sermon. He can't talk about the sermon. You
They
cannot,
got
you know, the
the
Bible, so you
budget
can't
going
call
small,
the ear,
small.
not put earring.
When they bring people
You
can do a
can't put the
budget.
hole in the ear, you not put ear. Yeah, so we're gonna do it. So I still that's a fact. I think they should include Amara. I feel bad the way they treated Martin Colley, Amara, and John Molu. I feel really bad. Personally, I really feel they should find a place in their heart to invite these guys and accommodate them. People get sacrificed for you, you just throw them by the wayside. Let's be honest now. Let's be fair. So that's my thought, Senator. So I'm telling the audience for being nice and being brutal all sometimes. You know, we you're talking on the comment I have been in. As Vanessa
What
can
can
come with them,
Can
it's a wonderful. I mean,
you-
I actually enjoy our panel will come with them more than food.
Yeah. So seriously, let me.
I think we can keep Clinton and keep Clinton and keep Acid do away.
You are who make it weak.
I found it.
Yeah, send it to me. Send it to me. Let me say this. Amara is a senator. Amara doesn't need anyone from the executive, whether you want him in or you want him out. That's a mistake people are making. Seriously. You may need Amara, and I think you do need him. Joe, we did this thing for 6 years. He cherry picked, he pushed people around and said, I will reshuffle for 6 year kid. Joe, we didn't reshuffle anything. And you know the result. We are saying it again. Must you keep certain ministers in government that the performance fail? Should we announce? Should we say them? Should we call their names? Listen, November is but over. Next week, we are in December. And if President Barker said we'll fix it, we'll rescue, the people asking when? How? You got your ministers, they are stealing. Your directors stealing. Your commissioners stealing. The people are suffering. Then every day you say, oh, we'll fix it. Do you know what we have in 1 year that we have destroyed ourselves? And this is not from CDC. CDC not coming back. That's a whole different conversation we can have. But the disappointment is from within. And the Liberian people need to hear it. So I don't want people to come here and say, Amara, we blame you. You say that. It's the wasted 1 year. Talk about yellow machine. Let me give you this name, Katama. The person that sent the yellow machine from South Africa, the man will be in Labrador this year, this week. This week. They have negotiated with the man. You know what the man said? The man was looking for $84 million. I was trying to break this news tomorrow, but let me say it before Ketema, your leave. It came down to $21 million. The man said he wanted it. He got about 36 pieces at BTC. The man telling our government he does not want the 21 million. He can only settle up for 60 million. So he comes to speak to the president this week. He will be in the country. Put that same machine on the market. Senator say you can get it for $20 to $19 million, all 500 and something pieces. Our own government official, advisor to the president, tell the man, don't take the money they're offering you because we can jam this government to pay more. So the man said, I'm coming to speak to the president of Liberia. Will Joseph Boga agree to give me 84 or even 60 million? Where you can have that machine but for 19 million or 20 million or 500 and some more of them? Why is he coming to the country? We have presented him the same exact specs machine and we show him the amount. The man said, I don't want your 21 million. We said, we'll make it 22 with interest. The man said, I don't want it. I'm coming to the country to speak to the president. Yellow machine was a failure. The way in which they did it was a failure. And we'll come back and talk it again. Should we go down the line with this thing? They'll say you're blaming America on it. Listen, you can hold America on and say he was a finance minister, he failed, The man is a sitting senator. He got right to speak. What that ball have in his possession, Abdullah, from the PAC report, it will scare the living heck out of you. What he has in his possession. Why the government not listening to him? The same Americana question why they decommissioned NSA audit report. But that was a lie. They have completed the NSA audit report. They don't want to say it. And they lied to the country that they decommissioned the NSA audit report. Americana know that. The same Americana said they should remove Sylvester Grisby because he illegally took money from NASCAR. They don't turn against Americana. They called Dino on a trip to South Korea. He went there. He turned against Americana and said, "Y'all leave Sylvester Grisby alone." They don't let us talk here. When Amara speak, he speaks from a position of strength. He knows exactly what he's talking about. It was a wasted field 1 year, and we are entering the second year again. And history will repeat itself if we do not recalibrate. I leave this with you, my brother Ketema. I love you.
So that I'm coming from political party and be fighting in presidential candidate.
Man, you asked a good question. Let me say this. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Do it loaded 34 for the Liberian people. My brother.
My man, and yes, you want to say you're over Muscle House in the tour.
You're bad, yeah.
We'll fight you.
That's it, come on. You're bad. You got Ketema on side, Jamana. That's it, come on the show. You're Ketema Bao. Hey, I think you try to do you, and I get me on it. Vanisaki, you're off. Ketema Bao, man. Yeah, he's trying to call me. Nelson. We need a whole Amara video when he was crying, man. We need that video. That video is historical. And any one of you out there get that video, please send it to me. You know my WhatsApp number 609-649-4206. Again, thank you very much. Don't forget, we have been blessed with reps. We'll be doing the distribution. I think the first or second week in December. Probably we'll push it to the second week. Somebody will call their name, partnering with Spoon Network. They have given us 1,000 back. 1,000 came from the Fulani community to buy rest. 500 came from 7. Now the 7 group, we are building the check because the check had a mistake. We send it back to them. Maybe they will cash out the foundation at 500. Other people waiting to contribute. Starting tomorrow, we'll put up the cash app. Barbara, Zina, where you're always asking for it, we'll put it up that you contribute. And then, my friend Quincy Russell gave 4 bag arrests. I think 5 bag arrests. He's waiting to do another 5 bags again. So we are pleased that we'll be giving rest over 1,000 bags as our contribution for the Christmas. We hope you'll be one of those that will be the lucky winner, And we want to say thanks to all those that contributing. These two will help at least feed somebody. If you don't have anything but you have a bag of rice, you can put rail on it and salt and eat it. And listen, it's the blessing of God. We can only do what God called us to do. A little here, a little there will help move our country forward. But we're going to show you that we'll never be tired. They can get vexed, but that's okay. We'll fight for you. We'll champion you. And when we see something, we'll say something. When we hear something, we will say something. When we taste something, we will say something. When we smell something, we should say something. Because this will only make Liberia better. A lot of stuff happening in the country. The people that were fighting yesterday for a good and better Liberia, they are the ones destroying the country today. The people that were sitting and saying, we will do better, we will change this, we will not make mistakes. These are the ones. They have increased the bank account. They have taken a lot of money. They have lied. Look at Central Street. It's dirty. Go down Waterside. Poo water running around. The same thing with Big Josh Manor we are for. What is city mayor doing? What's his name? What's the city mayor name, Nelson? Sherry Siafa?
Yeah.
What is he doing? The capital city, the city, Monrovia, it stink. When you thought they say you don't let it go, man. How long it would take you to put a comprehensive plan together to fix it? The government don't need to give you money. You're running one of the biggest cities in the country. The first that you can love it for good money and resources. But you see not drinking and eating and bluffing and say, yeah, you're city mayor. I'm mad at him. That's his business. But it's bad for our country. Zocos are picking in the debts. You call them Zocos. They are living on the street. They need help. What are we doing about rehabilitation? What are we doing for them? How long must we speak? How much is in the budget for them? Look at LDA. They did a confirmation hearing. People my head was beaten. There's no plan for LDA. The increase of drugs in the country. And you're saying that 1 year, what Amara is saying, he's not saying this true. It's a wasted 1 year. But can we get it right? Yeah. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. It's the Jack the Builder. We can fix it. We can fix it. We should fix it. It's bad for us. Jowea Town, we beat on Jowea. From Central Street to Randall Street to this street to that street. Our brothers are sleeping in the graveyard. Our sisters, they are dying. And we're happy that we can get in our $96,000 car and drive to work on an air conditioner and come back home. Our children, they get in car and they go to school so they can touch the street no more. After school, they can come home and everything is fine with our family. So we care less. But our people in North Panto, our people on Central Street, our people in Funde, our people in Clarendon, our folks in West Point, our folks all over. They are begging for bread and dying on this great Sunday. I will say this to you. The budget does not represent the people. Augustine Baygan is disappointed. That's not a rescue budget. Your name is not in the budget, my friend. That's not a rescue budget at all. Call your name. Call the place you live right now and ask yourself, is my name in the budget? My district, is it in the budget? When you talk about your district, you talk about your community. Is your community in the budget? No. That clinic that in your district is not in the budget. That school that in your district is not in the budget. If they can get only 4,000 or MVTC, forget it. That's not a rescue budget. But that's why Augustine Bay got one. That's why, listen, that's the card you have to deal. He is dealing a card. And everything he's trying to champion. That everything he said that this, I'm going to get there. He took over Burma Kamara. These are some of the reasons Burma Kamara got frustrated. The budget is there to just one-sided. Move $1 billion here, $1 million here, do this one, do that one. They will eat. And then they would think, oh, what have we given to this for this project in that community? That's why you see all the fighting among the lawmakers right now, the House of Representatives, because they gotta hustle for the community. And when it comes down to the community, they gotta hustle before they get 50% or 40%. But you know, from January, February, March, 3 months, the president budget, the vice president, the speaker, the deputy speaker, the pro temp, the judiciary, they all have gotten almost 40% of the budget money. While you get down yet, while you get nothing, zero. The people already get 40% of the budget money. So you do the math. They will be operating on $1.2, $1.3 million while the people in the university begging for salary payment. I mean, that's the problem we have. We thought the budget was going to be a better budget. I will talk about that rape issue tomorrow. I have the video. When the lady was in the bedroom, the allegation that friends say humanly, that allegation that the woman is making, that the government have not spoken on it, we'll play the rest of the video tomorrow. She's in the hotel room crying. And the minister putting on his clothes. That one is very clear. We'll play tomorrow. And then you will ask why the government not speaking. The woman is sitting there crying. We play the entire video, it's clear, and then you ask, but why the government are speaking on rape? The government and rape their friend, but there's no investigation on Francis Yumani that the allegation they put against him. Then you go talk about it. But you want us to keep quiet. No, we're not keep quiet. We'll always talk. We'll always be on the people's side. We'll always be on the side of the people because the side of the people is the side that is to prevail. Even when they call out Chemnem, that a business. Even when they say they're talking to us, that's fine. We don't need them to survive. You know that, right? We don't need anyone in the government to survive. You don't need anyone in this government to survive. And that's why I can talk. Because me, I don't need anybody to survive. That's why I will come every day and talk. Because I don't want anybody fasting, dancing. If they want to do business with the radio station, it's up to them. You got to pay to do business with the radio station. If you don't want to do business with the radio station, that's fine. We'll hustle. Our guys will get paid. Some good people out there that will pay them. But they will not make us to be quiet. We will not keep quiet. So join us again tomorrow. May the good Lord bless our country. We have come too far for us to die without seeing Liberia being a better country. How old are you right now? I'm 49. Next year I will be 50. I'm just looking young and handsome, right, Nancy?
Exactly.
But I'm young and handsome. Look at my muscle. That's look at my muscle. I better go to the gym. Take this up, go to the gym, run and exercise. But we must reap the blessing of our country. And I will leave you with this question, and you think about it. Why Indian people and other people operating part of Bombing County called Western Cluster, getting millions of dollars out of the country, and you are from Bombing County, and you can put people together and put agreement together, and the government help you, that you be part of that project. People from Bombing, from Cape Man, people from Bapadu come together with their own concession agreement, and the government bless it and support it, and then now they go and bless the county. Why? Why you gonna be beggar in your own county? They're taking your gold, they're taking your diamond, they're taking your iron ore, and you begging them for a job. Why? Does that make sense? You sitting there, Asaramita moving a lot of iron ore and everything else that come with it. Boom, the long train. But then you sitting there and you backing them. Please get $1 million for corporate social development. Who said that it belonged to you? It's for you. What kind of book the man know too much that you don't know? What kind of idea he have that you don't have? Everything that's taken away from Liberia belongs to you. You should own it. You should ship it out. You should make that money and build better schools and universities and hospitals in your country. Don't let nobody deceive you and say you can't do it. You should be able to do it. Nimba, Bon County, Grand Basso, Grand Gile, Bomi, Bopolu, Sano, and all the counties, we're sitting right there. The people come up with plans and get millions of dollars out of our country. And we're just right there. And then we go knock on the door and say, yeah, my degree, I'm an accountant. And say, we don't need you. We'll take somebody from our country to come. Hey, man. Hey, my people, wake up, my fellow Liberian, wake up. You're going to bed today. Think about it. Why you should suffer and the people get so rich. You say I went to look for a job. They said, where? Oh, I went to Western Cluster. They said I'm gonna come back in 2 weeks. They didn't get a job. Oh, the only job they get for me to sweep, I would take it because I gotta put my son in school, my daughter in school. Hey, Lord have mercy. Don't you know you're Liberian? Don't you know that part in Bombing belong to the county? And don't you know, since you're from that county, it belongs to you, it belongs to all Liberians. Don't you know you can pull it together and you can have a better road, a better healthcare system, schools and hospital and clinics and roads and everything. But guess what happened? They fool you. And you still waiting there and think that, yeah, the company will come and give you big job because they give you 300, 400, 500. No, my people. No. It's for you. You gotta own it. You have to. But God will deliver us. And we'll see you tomorrow by God's grace on the Spoon Talk. Nelson Colette, thank you very much, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Thanks to you and the entire team. And happy birthday to our dear. It's not 12 o'clock here in Liberia. So we say happy birthday to our mother, to our CEO, to the special one, to get the network running. Happy birthday to you, Madam Titi. We love you, but Jesus loves you the best. Have a good night, Nelson. Bye-bye.
Sir. Well, it's been another great show tonight, and thanks to everyone for being on here tonight. We appreciate your calls, your contribution, your engagement in the comment section. We appreciate the fact that you've been here following this edition of the program. Thanks a lot to all of you across Radio Land for following us. Thanks to our affiliate radio stations for relaying this edition of the program. Many thanks to our online audience as well. All of you across social media, YouTube, Spoon Talk Live on Facebook, Spoon TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV. We appreciate all of you for being here tonight. And the invitation is yours to join us tomorrow. Of course, Spoon Talk will be back on the radio. Um, Another great edition of the program will be here. It's been a great one-on-one. One-on-one comes up on Sunday. Okay, so the next time you listen to the program will be next Sunday at about this time. One-on-one with the CEO will be on. But until then, you can join us for the Big Spoon Talk tomorrow. It's going to be a great show, loaded with lots of information. A lot is happening across the country. And as usual, that's where you get the news. That's where you get the information. That's where you get to know the happenings across the country. I'm Nelson Colette. Thanks to all of you for being on here tonight. I see my brother Michael Sirleaf, Rindo Sando, Van Raw, Mukarim Mustafa Gazulu, Ruth Goba, George Watkins Jr., Newport Kotu, and I see Scar Fights, Lucini Donzo Sando. Thanks for being here tonight. Tota Bar, Seattle Smith, Barbie's in a white, Howard Dennis, Freeman, dear sister, thanks for joining on. Mo Janin, Telvin Payne, everyone, Alice Colley, Sa Nana, yes, Sekou Kamara, Mo Janin. I see William Sando is here tonight as well. Vafole Kelvin, Edwin Isaac McGee. Thanks to everyone for being on here tonight. You can join us tomorrow for Spoon Talk. Until then, I'm Nelson Colette. Have a good night. And once again, happy birthday to our own CEO, our own Oma, our rescue Oma. Happy birthday to you, man. We wish you all the best as you celebrate your later day today. Madam CEO Titi Kanen, happy birthday to you. And yes, that's how I would like to end up tonight. Have a good night, everyone, and bye bye for now.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, Stanton with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia.